Right, hello everyone. Welcome to Fantasy ChampMan Season 3 Game Week 9 live stream. How you doing, Benno? In a
I'm
good
good.
mood, mate? Good mood?
Very good.
I'm not in a good mood. I got dressed about half an hour ago with my black t-shirt on, thinking all these people are going to be in such sad moods tonight when Shearer's not playing, and I thought I'd come on and mock them with my black shirt on because I haven't got him, and then he's playing, and so now I feel like I've got it all wrong. Should have wore a brighter colour, but that was the reason. And he's in.
Thank fuck for that is what I say.
You didn't want to be on Thierry Henry captain with me, no? You could have had him celebrating together.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have been on a blank together, wouldn't it? But no, I'm glad he's playing.
Should we go into the teams? We'll make a start straight away with the teams. We'll start at the beginning. We won't start with Newcastle because they conveniently got left till the 5th slide of the Twitter feed as well, didn't they? So we start at slide 1. So Coventry, Man City, the first game on. Not really much to talk about here, I don't think. I think that's their kind of expected team. Now, Williams in central midfield again, 4.5 million defender. That's a fair few games in a row now in midfield. But I think Eustace is back soon, so it'll be interesting what happens when he comes back.
Yeah.
Aside from that, unchanged. Onto Man City. Bad luck for Andy Martin. 4.5 million David Hopkins only made the bench. Or Dean Hopkins even, not David Hopkins, Dean Hopkins.
Oh dear.
All we can say to that one. Unfortunately for people like myself with one chop, there is a striker on the bench. I was kind of hoping optimistically that Man City wouldn't name a striker on the bench, which would obviously boost our chances of one chop getting the full 90 minutes. But Dion Burton is there on the bench. Managed to fly back quickly from international duty.
Yeah, we I don't know if you saw the thread we put out, the simmers that Carl, Ronarid, Pete and Deakin. We did a thread about ceiling performances this week, and we didn't have enough time to go into too much details. We just ran 20 sims and just marked down who got the high score in each game, and Tiato came out top in this one, so I fancy Tiato to get a bit of a haul tonight.
Well, Makoko sim data the other week had Tiato coming out on top, so I bought him in for a -4 and he did jack shit. So we know how this diamond still got him though. But yeah, so we'll see if your sim data is more reliable than his. That's the lesson we've got to learn tonight. Nothing really else in the Man City team. I don't think there's anyone anyone's got apart from one chop. I said there was a striker on the bench.
I've got Wright. I bought Wright in as part of a -4 this week, purely because why did they do that? Yeah, because they downgraded someone to get Wright, and then also got Jess in for Christie.
Your turn this week.
I've got a bit of interest in that game.
It's your turn. You're taking Christie out for a hit this week.
Yeah.
You haven't learned any lessons, have you?
Yeah. It'll be retrying tonight, won't it?
The other rough change, I don't know how many games Macon's played at left back for Man City, but he's in tonight. I don't know if your sims, you probably won't remember, Benno, but Man City no up arrows for their wide players here. I don't know if that was common. You may not be.
No, like I say, I didn't really notice. We weren't really paying attention to that this week. We were paying attention to who was getting the returns rather than tactics. Yeah.
But yeah, no up arrows for their wingers, which you'd assume is a negative, but we'll see how that pans out. Yeah. Liverpool, reasonable defence for once here. Hippier and Biscan back together.
Yeah.
Centre back. Pretty much full strength defence. You'd argue Hegam's probably first choice over Carragher, but Carragher's not bad. This is probably the best defence we've had from Liverpool for a while, isn't it?
Yeah.
In one of these games. So this should be the sign of things maybe tightening up a little bit, which will be probably overdue for Liverpool. Other point of note for them is Partridge starts again. So that's 2 starts in a row, right midfield. 5.5 million. I like him at that price point. He's probably one of the better options. I think I'd rather have him over Hadji long term, for example, in that price bracket. But you obviously need the Liverpool fixtures to be suitable before you really do that. But he's playing again. Fowler up front and Heskey on the bench.
Yeah.
Middlesbrough, obviously the big talking point here is Salakovic. He's playing central midfield tonight, and he's also in a team with only one up arrow. I think we've seen quite a lot of times with Middlesbrough that both their central midfielders have up arrows into the AMC spot. I don't know if it's the fact they're playing a higher rep team in Liverpool or the fact that Salakovic has somehow changed something, but it's just one up arrow tonight.
Looks a good side, doesn't it? I mean, I think Salakovic is pretty much written off as an asset in this game now. He's a striker, isn't he? You can't be bringing in strikers that and playing in midfield. But in terms of Middlesbrough's actual team, it looks pretty decent, doesn't it?
Yeah, get Honcho back into that, Fester back to left back over Gordon, and say top 6 team easily, isn't it? Probably top 4 even.
Again, Boxic came out top in this one for our ceiling performances. I think he got 15 points. Yeah, 2 goals and man of the match, I think he got. So 13 points.
I'm hoping he has a quiet night because he's on my radar to get in next week, but I kind of want him a bit more to myself. So if he has a bit of a flyer this week, he just generally becomes on more people's radar, doesn't he? If he has a good week. I know form's not a thing, but I think it's quite easy for people to see someone score a couple of goals one week, and that obviously moves them up their list for the next week. So we'll see how that goes. Bolton next. So Bolton against Leicester. Obviously, the 2 owned assets here are probably Gardner and Pedersen, and both of them have been a bit let down here. Gardner's only got a very small up arrow, which probably doesn't help him. And Pedersen in the AMC role has no up arrow. So you'd prefer him to have one. If you own Pedersen, I would think, than not have one. So if you've got either of those two, you're probably a bit disappointed looking at that. The other changes at centre-back, DeVos and Dunn seem to have switched positions. So DeVos has played most games in the middle of the back three and hasn't got very much bonus as a result. This is the position he played in last year because Hendry tended to play in the middle and DeVos was to the right most of the time. And he did a lot better for bonus. So that's one to maybe monitor tonight if he gets some bonus points playing on the right of the 3 centre-backs is the other sort of change with them.
Yeah.
On to Leicester. Don't know what to report here. Sturridge and Benjamin together up front. I don't think we've seen too much of that, but a lot of their other options are out. McAnuff's injured. Scowcroft's injured. So they're a bit short of sort of AMCs or drop strikers. So I think it's kind of been forced into playing those 2 up front.
Yeah.
No striker on the bench either. It's very defensive. I don't know where Ryan Hall plays, to be fair, but I think it's a bench full of defenders. Is it Sherman plays midfield? So I think it was Heskebo was talking to me on Discord. Was he mad to get Benjamin in this week? Maybe not if you're going to get a...
It looks like 90 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, I'd say so. And Delaney back to left back. Played left midfield last game, but Edie is in play left midfield.
Is it was top in this game for us? Over 20 sims. I think he got a 12-pointer, 2 assists and a man of the match, and a clean sheet.
Interesting.
So was the top performer in that game for us.
Ultimate boring for Leicester. Not one arrow in the whole of the midfield. Even the wingers don't get one. I suppose you wouldn't give Robbie Savage an up arrow, would you, if you had him in real life?
No. Give him an uppercut.
Then on to Chelsea. First team for them. Everyone back. So this is very boring first 11 for them, isn't it?
Yeah, standard.
But nothing really.
Lampard's define the odds, isn't he? He's a bit of a casuals pick, and he's actually doing all right, isn't he? I don't. He's had returns last 2 weeks. Feels like he has. Feels like he's got quite a few returns.
Another one of those, right? You're in a good team. You've now pretty much to play central midfield. There's no reason why he can't do as well as lots of other people that play that role. It obviously doesn't happen as much, hence he's slightly lower price and the fact he's not that popular. But in the way the variance works, any given sim, he could have a flyer in one, couldn't he? Maybe it's this one. Then on to Everton, who they're against. Pablo Paz at centre-back again. This is looking like first choice for them. Stubbs played a couple of games and Paz played midfield sometimes, but this is looking a bit more common. The only real changes are the up arrows of the wing-backs and Titoff. He hasn't got one tonight, Titoff, in this game.
A bit worried about this, to be honest. Just looking at the team, I mean, I might have done I might have got rid of Christie on a night that he's going to go off and get a couple of goals. I think Christie, overall, the whole season, I think he'll be a really good pick. Everton have been quite shit, haven't they, in the first 2 seasons in this game? But
this is a good team they've got here.
It's not. I think they'll be an improved team this year. I think Christie's a good player. We know that he can do really well. I think Christie might be someone that you go to quite a lot this year if they get a good run of fixtures. Funnily enough, Titov came top in our ceiling performance. Funnily enough, wasn't massive. I think again 2 assists, man of the match. So that's put me on edge a bit because I got triple Chelsea in this. Have you got triple Chelsea?
No, I've only got one now. I've got Carboni as well, so I've got 2. I've got Desai. I sold a defender last week for Weatherall, so I've got 2.
Yeah, there'll be a few though, won't there, on triple Chelsea still off the back of the double.
I think it's a hard choice now whether you keep 2 defenders, because I say Man United's run's going to get better from next week. I think you probably ideally want one of their defenders at least for their improved run. Middlesbrough's run's improving, and we kind of know how good their centre-backs are. Yeah. And if you want some cheaper defenders as well, whether it's the Issa and Bernard sort of rotation or a 4 million or something, there's not space for 2 Chelsea in that. So I think a lot of us pre-season were looking at 2 Chelsea as like a standard thing.
Yeah.
But maybe not quite so obvious now. On to Watford, Bradford. So I've got Watford first, so I'll do those first. Interested, they bought Sean Gregan to play sweeper, and then they've decided not to play him at sweeper tonight. They're playing him as the bog standard centre back, and Williams is playing sweeper again. So strange. And it's Fiskin that's got himself into the midfield instead of Vanatza. Obviously, also that Johnson was out. So there's a few other 4.5s. I personally thought Swannell was probably more likely to play, but it's Fiskin that's got in and has stolen the central role in the 3-man centre midfield that I was hoping Pitcher played, as I brought Pitcher in this week. But I think the stream I did with earlier this week for Man On with FPL Gills, I think we highlighted on there that the central midfielder for Watford was doing very well under Mitchell. So let's see if Fiskin can score tonight to keep that run going.
Yeah.
And then on to Bradford. Both of us got some Bradford interest in this game, Benno, yeah?
Yeah, I've got vice captain on Jess. It's part of my -4, so Jess is my Christie replacement. So I'm hoping for big things from me and Jess.
And I got Hextra as my vice captain. I brought him in as part of my -4. Would like to have seen the full up arrow rather than the small one, but we'll see. I think that's the other thing that came out of that pod was left midfielders doing really well against Watford so far under their new manager. So I needed to free some money up. So I thought, why not punt Hextra? I got no idea why I vice captained him.
What I did notice in a lot of people's sims that Bradford pretty much walked away with, I think I saw like 2 point something goals against 0.7. But in the sims that I ran, maybe it was just variance. Watford won quite a lot, and Petkov ended up being the ceiling performer in this game. Again, I think it was like low teens, a couple of assists in one game, and man of the match.
I want to see quite how bad Watford are away. We've only had one game of Watford away in a Mitchell formation so far. They lost 3-2 to Villa, didn't they? So it'd be interesting quite how many times they concede that many goals. Won't be that good for me as I've still got their goalkeeper.
But Jess on set pieces as well, so that could be quite beneficial.
And up front, obviously there was the risk he might play midfield with Hired out, but he is up front. It's Robert Betts playing centre midfield. Don't ask me for any information about him. I've got no idea who he is.
I've been following his career for years, mate. He's
Robert Betts,
quality player. Yeah,
you've never mentioned him. Funny enough.
Great, cracking player.
We'll see today. I'll probably score a hat-trick now. Yeah. On to Leeds Blackburn. Big talking point in this game. Andy Martin obviously not happy as he played his wild card and got Robbie Keane in, only to see him sat on the bench. So bad luck or bad choice, I don't know. Probably a bit of both, isn't it? It was always a risk that he was going to miss out here.
I wouldn't have pieced together that top 5, would you? I mean, I've been saying because I've got Bowyer in my side, and I think he's the best pick out of all of them, purely because of his price and the fact that most of them are going to play 20 plus games, aren't they now? I don't think anyone's nailed for 35 games. And I was saying Bowyer was in competition with Bakker, De Court and players like that for his spot. And Aymar would be in competition with Kewell and Keane and things like that. So looking at this is quite confusing. You've got Kewell up front with Viduka, and Aymar's been pushed into AMC. You've got Bakker alongside Bowyer. So all bets are off with the 5 there. They've so much high reputation amongst all those players that I wouldn't back anyone to be nailed for 30 plus games. And so for me personally, I think Bowyer's the best pick of all of them, because I still think he'll get 25 plus games.
Are you claiming that for yourself, that all bets are off, Benno? Because FPL Cobbler wrote all bets are off in the chat, just as you said it.
I haven't seen it. No, he's not having that.
I thought you were stealing his lines as your own. I wouldn't want him not to get the credit. Bit of plagiarism there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they need, if they had bets in there, they'd be a better side. Like I say, bets, quality player. Quality.
It's funny to see Kewell up front when you've got Smith and Keane on the bench. I wouldn't have put him over them two as the centre forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this going to be a Nedved thing from last week? Obviously, we got Nedved up front unexpectedly for Man United last week, and he hasn't been. We'll get to that team in a minute, but he's not there tonight. Wonder if this duel up front is going to be a one-off, or whether it will be slightly more continuous than that.
Well, I'll say it now. I mean, we haven't done the Blackburn team, but in the thread that I did, Kuehl came out second best performer in the week. Got 18 points ceiling on one game. I think it was 2 goals, assist, man of the match.
Was he up front? Was he up front?
No, I've no idea. I don't think he was. Like I say, I didn't look at tactics or formations much. It was just trying to write 20 sims. Who's got the high score? Kuehl got 18 points. I wouldn't have thought so. Not in the sims that because like I say, a lot of the sims that we've been running, I wouldn't have seen this often.
Probably worth mentioning as well quickly that Ian Hart is playing. It's the Leeds only playing the very small up arrow, which obviously boosts his chances of playing. If it's the big up arrow, then Singh tends to always play. So it's a small up arrow game, probably a reasonably difficult away game to Blackburn based on the rep. So he's in.
But you're mad if you've still owned Ian Hart, in my opinion. To be fair, I had him before wildcard. I thought it was worth the risk. First 4 game weeks, I'll just take the risk. I think I vice captained him in all 4 games. No, he won't be seeing my team again all season.
And the Blackburn, I got the 3-4-1-2 formation. I think this was kind of expected once Ronald de Boer was leaked. I think the fact he was centre midfield suggested it was this. Janssen AMC again with Crouch and Bent up front. No real surprises here. Maybe the fact Taylor's at centre back, but over like Hennenberg or someone. But very attack bench as well. That's 2 AMCs and 2 strikers on the bench for Blackburn. So they're obviously expecting to be losing the last half an hour and needing to change the game, aren't they?
I think there's goals in this game.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I
really do. Whatever the outcome, I think there'll be a lot of goals in this.
We'll be quick. We've got 4 more matches still to get through. So up next, where are we? 4th screen is Tottenham Villa. So Tottenham team first. This is quite an easy one. I think this is as expected. Rushbury and Wood both up front together. I think that was fairly obvious once the leak was there that Rushbury was playing. Other than that, it's first choice. So we can move on from them. No surprises at Tottenham.
It looks weak though, doesn't it? When you see those 2 up front, this looks weak. I think Villa will batter him.
I wish
I had Dublin.
I don't like Quinton Fortune in centre midfield. He's an okay left winger, but I don't value him as a centre midfielder on this game. One thing worth pointing out, there's another, I'm assuming this guy's a goalkeeper. Nicholas Brungelson is on the bench for Tottenham. Never heard of him. Is he another goalkeeper in there? Massive mix of goalkeepers. Obviously, Potter's the obvious one. I'm assuming he's a keeper because none of the other 4 substitutes are. So they must have snuck in a new goalkeeper, Tottenham. So that's what we need. It must be about 6 or 7 now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Michael Smith got in Dublin for you, Benno. He's just put it in the chat. So you want to talk through Villa? Yeah, Dublin's up front, isn't it?
Yeah, well, funnily enough, the top player was Hadji in all of the 20 games, all the 10 games that we ran as 20 sim ceiling performances. Hadji got a 20-pointer, got a hat-trick, man of the match in one of the games against Spurs in this game. Looks good. Don't know what's happening with Thompson. He's not playing as much as we would have thought.
He's injured.
Rufus is he really? Rufus has been benched again.
Yeah, that's the news, isn't it?
Yeah, we thought. I think I advised someone to play Rufus over double Chelsea defence. So sorry about that. Although they probably got that player off on the bench anyway. But Hendry, Taylor, Boateng, Hadji, Angel and Dublin again playing away from. They're at home today, aren't they?
Yeah.
But he had been playing away from home. He's clearly still first choice, which is fantastic because.
He's good at home, isn't he? Against sort of middling team.
He'll rattle goals. If he's going to stay first choice for particularly this first half of the season, they haven't really got very good fixtures, have they? That's why I didn't get him in this week. But if he's going to stay first choice, I mean, he got 22 goals last season. There's nothing saying that he couldn't do something similar this season. So
again, no up arrows for the Villa wingers. Unfortunately, if you've got Hendry or Hadji, which you would rather prefer, giving the up arrows to the 2 fullbacks instead.
Well, I've got Hendry. He's probably the player that I've had most in all 3 seasons, Hendry, looking back. It'd be interesting to have a look at that. Maybe we should do that one time. Have a look back through your teams if you could and see who's your most nailed player. But I'm sure Hendry's played more for me than any other player. But it looks
might not be on show, even though he spent more time injured than on the pitch.
But it feels like it's a bit of a decent season sim for Hadji, doesn't it? And it's interesting that the sims that we ran this week, he, like I say, he was top player out of all the players. I think Villa will smash Spurs.
Yeah, so do I. I think their strikers are on their own this week, Villa. Obviously, all the focus has been on getting Shearer in, but I think Villa have been overlooked this week for strikers as a 1 week deal. Moving on to Arsenal, Man United. So we'll do Arsenal first. Thierry Henry plays. Happy days. Yeah. Other than that, fairly first choice. I think Perez was out, so it's Nürnberg on the right and not Pennant. Pennant's not on the bench either. Oh, sorry, Pennant is on the bench. It's Pennant. Yeah, Pennant. Yeah. But that bench is awful, really, for Arsenal.
Is Perez injured?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Van Bronckhorst we knew at left centre back, and we'll move on to Man United, and we'll find that Van Nistelooy is playing right centre forward. So there's the matchup that I kind of anticipated. Van Nistelooy against Van Bronckhorst. So as much as Man United may only get 5 shots or so in this sim because they'll be very defensive, if Van Nistelooy gets a header up against Van Bronckhorst or something, it's still obviously a good chance he scores, right?
Yeah. Just like everybody else, this low-scoring game for the most part. But it was actually Ruud that was top in this game for the games that we ran. I think he got a brace in one game and ended up with a 13-pointer, something like that. But I'm on Henry as well. I mean, we'll come to Shearer in a bit. Shearer's my captain, but you got Henry captain, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've still got him. So I'll be cheering him on myself as long as he doesn't outdo Shearer. Although I can't imagine there's many people on Shearer on Henry this week. We'll have a look in a bit. We've been sent the ownership stats by captain, so we'll have a look in a bit.
You have a quick thing for Man United. So Phil Neville is in at left back. Sylvester's injured, so Phil Neville is the replacement there. And Rocco Jr. again at right centre back. Right back even. Played there last week, quite surprisingly. He's there again. Wes Brown's on the bench, who can play actually right back as one of his positions on this game, but despite that, he still isn't playing. And it's Rocco Jr. at right back with Ronnie Johnson. Next game, we've got 2 games to go quickly before we start. We'll do Norwich Newcastle first. So Newcastle, any fears that Shearer and Bernard don't play? They are playing Bernard at left back though, unfortunately, which probably people that vice captained him this week would probably hope he'd play left.
Oh dear, yeah, a bit of that on the Spaces chat, wasn't there? People gone for Bernard vice captain.
It seems like a little mini rep game because the defence has completely been shuffled almost. So it's usually Gardso and Griffin at centre back. Griffin, I think, might be banned, but Gardso's still playing right back out the middle. They've got 2 new centre backs. Well, it's last year's defensive pairing, really, isn't it? O'Brien and Dabizas.
It's a partial rep, isn't it? Like the midfield looks a bit weird. I think again in this game, Amiobi was the top scorer in our 20 sims because it was clearly a rep game. I even ran it from 2 or 3 weeks out to try and not make it a rep game, and it was just always obviously my particular game. I'd earmarked it as a rep game for Newcastle, and Shearer didn't play once, so obviously there was a bit of fear at the end of this week about Shearer not playing, and sure enough, there's a bit of rep, but luckily enough, Shearer is playing, and I think he's going to go mental.
Yeah, tell us why, because this wasn't the Norwich formation I was expecting. I thought we was going to get all the back arrows from defensive midfield that we sometimes get from them, but they've gone for the exposed Ipswich formation, haven't they?
Yeah, and Mackay's. I've actually got Mackay's my last on the bench, but I think he's flagged, isn't he? And it doesn't look like they've got any defenders on the bench. People might be able to inform us if that's not the case, but unless Jamie Cook can play in defence, I don't think any of the others can. So you said that Marchant can play at the back there, didn't you?
He plays at right back, and I don't know if I'm assuming Such might be able to play centre back, so they might be able to reshuffle something, take Marchant off and get someone else. So Nolan's not going to get a good average rating though, is he? Here, I don't think.
No, I think again this could be a routine home win, and we haven't seen anyone go up. I think a top score is 4 goals for a player. Let's see 5 goals tonight.
Let's not, because that'd probably be Shearer. Last game then. The boring game, as Martin called it on his preview, Ipswich Sunderland.
It was a boring game. It was a boring game as well. Tarico came top in my 20 sims and he with a 9-pointer. All he got was a clean sheet man of the match, and that was the top in 20 runnings of this game. a top player, and so I'm expecting this to be the most dull game myself, actually.
This is looking like the first choice back three now. I know it's always liable for a bit of rotation, but Horizon, Prutton and Bramble does seem the most common one.
Yeah.
So bad news for Doherty. He's not getting starts, is he? So he's a dead asset at the minute. It feels like he's not even an option to consider, even on a free hit or something. I think it's hard to really consider him.
It's a shame Gary Breen isn't playing. I've heard some chat about getting Gary Breen in. Gary Breen was another player that was doing quite well when I was looking through this game. He got quite a few man of the matches, clean sheet man of the matches, but he just didn't. I think he might have got a booking or something.
Surprised he didn't get the rep bounce over Bramble, but obviously it hasn't happened. Fotheringham and Redknapp, Holland in the Ipswich midfield, but I think they're fairly first choice. Clapham's back in at left wing back as well, and Armstrong up front with Stewart. And last but not least, Sunderland, Sibon out on the right again. Interestingly, running into the AMC role though, rather than running up the wing. He's obviously in for Gary Till. It does happen in some teams. We don't see it too much in our sim, do we? This run from the wide player, but
no. I'm just going to quit. I'm just aware of the time. I'm going to quickly go through some of the ownership stats. So we've got Henry's actually at 25%. That's actually a lot higher than I thought.
It was higher than that before. It must be dead teams or casual players that haven't we picked him from the start, I think.
But Shearer's at 30, Ruud at 43. So there's not a lot on Shearer. That's quite surprising, actually. Angel 22, One Shot 20, Viduka 19, Christie 17. That could hurt.
Shearer's all the active managers, isn't it? That 13% is going to be all active, though, unlike some of the other strikers you mentioned there.
Midfield, I would guess, top owned midfielder.
Top owned?
Yeah. Cheap.
Nolan?
Yeah, Nolan 50%. Carboni 37. Hadji is up at 25. That could be great this week, given what I'd seen in the Sims. Perez 23. Oh, that's a bad one. And people obviously casuals who haven't changed him on. Veron 21. Hendry 19. Lampard 19.
Obvious two from casuals, isn't it? Henry Perez, based on actual what they were like in real life.
Bernard 31%. Ehiog 47. So he's top. Desai 29. Babiaro 25. I've got both of those. That's my double up. Southgate 23, Terry 22. So there's a lot of ownership of the Chelsea defenders, as you'd imagine. Reese is up there at 17%.
That could be dead teams as well. I think Reese at Echiog was quite common from game
Hearts
week 1.
Hearts at 15. So that's quite high still.
I kind of hope he does something tonight. I'm not just saying it because I've got Henry, but anyone that's persevered with any sort of persistent blanker, Veron, Henry, Crouch, Hart, Reese, people like that, if you've held them players through a few dark weeks, right? I think you deserve an A payoff.
Yeah, exactly. He can go off at any point, can't he? If he plays. Headman, 40%. Serini, 26. Jaskalainen, 18. They're the three main dudes. I think the others are all enablers. Well, Atmadzidis is at 10. Barthez and Barthez and Nash at 5. So yeah.
First goal scorer just being asked for. I'm going for Gary Fiskin because he's playing central midfield for Watford, just to try and keep that going.
I'm going for Dion Dublin.
Cool. We're in. I've just called John Shanley a casual. I think I've just insulted him. Sorry, mate. I don't know exactly what I said. You've obviously owned someone that I've labelled as someone a casual manager owns. So that hasn't taken this long, Benno, to insult someone in the chat, has it?
I'm all right this week. I haven't got to go to work till 1, so I'm chilling. I'm fine.
You're chilling.
Yeah.
I'm on the water tonight.
Really?
Well,
I've
given up all drinks apart from water for Lent. We do Lent in our house. More from my wife is keener than me, but obviously it's a family thing, so I have to do my bit. And I've given up all. I've given up all for the last years, but this year, basically for the whole of Lent, all I'm allowed to drink is water. So
very good. I'm on the Tiny Rebel. It's a bit different. Oyster 5th minute, Blake 3rd minute.
Someone just kicked a chewing gum at a steward. I missed that. I think it was a Man City player. I hope that's not how One Chop's going to injure himself in this game, kicking a bit of chewing gum at a steward.
I've seen that Newcastle, Everton are out to attack, which is distressing me already. You just know Christie's going to go off, and he's going to wipe out my double clean sheet, and he's going to make a fool of me doing that. Dublin.
Here you go. Oh, and there's Hadji on the rebound. Oh, he's squared it. He squared it. That could be a pen. Is it in the box? Oh!
But the linesman is flagging.
You might get that.
Oh.
Emerson Boyce gave a penalty away recently, I think, as well. He's a bit reckless, isn't he, old Emerson Boyce?
Yeah.
Flying in 1 minute 50 into the week.
Well, that's my first goal scorer in the mud. That was close though.
He still might get it. I expect Villa to batter him. Early injury at Ewood Park, Blackburn Leeds.
Oh, Solano. Yeah.
Options for Blackburn now.
So what does that mean then? That means the ball's been pushed out wide, doesn't it?
Well, he plays right as well, I think. Ludvigsen. Yeah. So he could just be a straight swap, or they could shuffle the ball out wide.
Yeah.
Here's Tommy Smith. Been quiet so far, Tommy Smith. Was it the post?
The post. Yeah, Tommy. I've got a real soft spot for Tommy Smith in this. I think I'm just hoping he goes somewhere where he can be a bit more of an option. Although he could be an option now.
Thank you, Colm. First one of the night. Solano off.
Very good. Step it up from that. That was rubbish.
What about Payne and Nobby? Is that better?
Yeah. Whatever. We'll let him have it. It's early. We're only 3 minutes in.
Busy start at Bradford as expected. A few chances for both teams there. I think Tommy Smith will probably score tonight. He's one of the ones. I've got my third striker spot around sort of the 8 million mark is where I'm going to be as of next week. And I've got a few names sort of penciled in as one, and Tommy Smith's on that list. Chance for Kevin Phillips early on. Header, got above Hariderson.
Oh, my word.
Well. 5'5", Kevin Phillips.
The worst game of the game week. Oh, dear.
Yeah, 5'5" striker out jumping a 6'5" centre back.
That's ridiculous.
Assist
Alberto Salongo. That's better. I like that one. That's good. You're going to have to step it up, Colin.
Gavin McCann for that goal. I think he's quite a cheap centre mid. Another one. So we talked about Lampard earlier a bit, central midfielders, that if you get one that play every game, they're all liable to maybe finish the season with like 10 attacking returns, aren't they? I wouldn't say McCann's any less likely than Lampard.
Well, this is why I think Bowie is so. Well, Bowie might play less than Lampard, to be fair, but I just think he'll play 75% plus of the games and probably outscore him points wise.
Henry Sampson, as if that game has a goal. Yeah, probably.
I know. We'd see standing in it. You wouldn't have thought it's probably the only goal in the game.
Probably the most likely. No, I don't know. Arsenal, Man United could easily be 0-0. You'd probably put one of those two games as a 0-0 game tonight, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And it's Phillips again. Oh, hit the crossbar this time. One of those. He's had a knack, hasn't he, in the first couple of seasons, Phillips, to be fair, of scoring in the games you wouldn't expect him to. I think he got a double at Arsenal in one season. This is when Arsenal weren't actually too bad. But I think most people sold him or didn't consider getting him in because it was against Arsenal away. And I think he scored a brace and got man of the match. So he is one of those Phillips. He's a bit fixture-proof, isn't he? More than some other strikers. Here's Ludvigsen on the half volley. Something going on in that game, Captain, with your colours. Paul Robinson looks very much like the Blackburn colours. If you want to get up to your normal tricks to change the colours, because Paul Robinson and Blackburn are pretty much identical there. Give him a bit of work to do. We don't want him dossing, do we, in the background, Captain?
No. Oof. Right, let's have a quick rundown of what we think the scores are going to be. I think Arsenal are going to do United. Low scoring win for Arsenal.
I'll go 2-1. 2-1, Arsenal.
Yeah. Villa, Tottenham, I'm going 3-1.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I'll be on board with that.
Yeah. Blackburn, Leeds, I think that's going to be a 2-2 draw.
I'll go low scoring. 1-0.
What, to Blackburn?
No, to Leeds. 1-0 to Leeds. A chance here for Pedersen with no up arrow. Here he goes. Yes, he's shooting from distance today.
Bradford, Watford, I reckon 3-2 to Watford. I'm not confident now, but I reckon there'll be goals in it.
Here comes Leicester. Oh, Trevor Benjamin.
Benjamin!
Oh, sorry, Heskebo. I hope Heskebo did it. He spoke to me about it on Discord this week. Was he stupid for thinking about getting Benjamin in?
Well,
it's a good game for Leicester on paper. Bolton aren't the best at the back, are they? They're not living up to season 2 standards for defending.
Yeah. Everton, Chelsea. I'm hoping for a 0-0 draw in that. I'll take a 0-0 in that.
Here's a Newcastle chance. It's Cole Court is fallen to. Go on, go in.
Down to Shearer.
Go in. Oh. I wouldn't mind quick court double, 2-0, go defensive for the rest of the game. That'd be lovely.
What do you think then? Ipswich, Sunderland.
I'll go 0-0, Benno.
I would have gone 0-0 in that game, to be fair. I would have gone 0-0. But I think Everton, Chelsea might be 0-0 as well.
That's
just wishful thinking. It's because Everton are out attacking and I want a double clean sheet. Leicester, Bolton. I saw Leicester winning this game quite often.
One of those teams, aren't they? They don't look very good, but they do get the odd 3-0 win here and there. They got one last week, didn't they? Against Blackburn.
I mean, Leicester, Bolton, it's a home game for Leicester.
Again, here comes Newcastle, Madison cross. And there's Court again. 2 chances for Court. He scored!
Oh, no.
Madison with a cross. The 2 assets not many people have got. I think I saw Moyed earlier in the chat saying he's captained Court tonight.
Yeah.
So
fair play. I mean, if you've got him in, then fair play.
It is so easy to go for the elite. We'll call them the elite or the premium, whatever word you want to use, striker for each team. But in any given game week, the secondary striker is equally as capable, right?
Yeah.
This isn't the first time this is going to happen.
2-1. No, 2-0 City. I'm going.
Svensson, chance for him, or Headman up to his normal antics with a save.
Yeah, for fuck's sake, not Court. Yeah, well, it's only early doors. They could win that game 5-0. Shearer could still be on for the captain haul here. Yeah,
Moyed, finally my captain returns. I don't know how many bad captain blanks he's had, but yeah.
I tell you what, I think Middlesbrough could smash Liverpool, and I think it'd be great to see Houllier get the sack. I think might be interesting for the game to have a different type of manager at Liverpool.
Mercer caught with his pants down. Like that one, Fantasy Connection, not bad. I don't know if anyone got Madison as their 4.5 million mid. I'm sure David's got him as in his 4.5 million team.
Captain Court, JJ
as well.
Yeah.
Worked. Yeah, JJ and Moyed. There's 2 in the chat that went that way.
Fair play.
Here comes Ipswich. Marcus Stewart. Goal.
Ooh.
That's going to end up 3-0, isn't it, that game now?
Yeah, it's going to be the one, isn't it? All the other games are going to be shit. It's just the way it gets. It's just standard, isn't it?
John Shanley not happy that he's lost his Kevin Nolan clean sheet point.
Yeah. Livid.
Any more good puns in the chat?
You bench Madison, Frederick Tuna. I mean, I'd like to see you playing instead of him, benching in mid. I suppose you thought he perhaps wasn't going to play.
This is the dodgy thing with these. Well, I'll call them fodder 4.5 million mids. That you can't treat them like an FPL holding mid, can you? I had Allen, for example, for Everton in FPL, and I didn't even want to play him when Everton played at home to Norwich because I just didn't feel like he had attacking intent. But you don't really get DMs in that sort of role in this game, do you? Here comes Watford quickly with Helgeson all wide. So I think if you've got a 4.5 million mid with a good fixture, I think you kind of have to play him. And it might be a Watford player, it might be Madison, it might be Nolan. But if Norwich are at home to Bolton, I think it's a bad one to try to bench Nolan, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I'd probably rather play him over if Chelsea, for example, if Chelsea are away to Middlesbrough that week, I think I'd rather play Nolan at home to Bolton than Desai away to Middlesbrough.
I think we had a chat with Discord, and I think Luke, who's our perennial winner of the game, and I kind of agree with this. I think the rule of thumb: are you gonna play a home mid over an away defender? Probably. It's probably a good call to probably get. For me, you want as many home players as possible, don't you, in this game? Yeah.
I think it depends who you're away to.
Yeah.
Away defender at Bradford, I might think about it. Away defender, say at Middlesbrough, probably not recommended.
Cool.
Harry Cool. Henry Sampson, watch Shearer doing Henry and Henry score, and I bought Shearer in from, kind of the position I was in, Henry. 10 minutes before the deadline, I was getting persuaded on the spaces that maybe I should think about getting an extra -4 for Shearer.
One chop!
Ooh, but I could not bear the thought of paying a -4 to get Shearer in and captain, then watch Henry score. I just couldn't. Headman racking up the saves already. He must be on at least one save point in the first 11 minutes here. Where's your boy?
Right.
He scored.
Get in. Part my -4. And I was about to say I'm not cracking open another beer until someone I got a return.
You like that your keeper as well? You got Headman?
No. I've got Yossi as my keeper, and he's already lost his clean sheet. By the way, I think Google Assist. I just shouted when I shouted one shop. Google Assist opened up on my phone and asked me what I needed help with. So I think it's called One Shop. Some returns, please, from Shearer, please.
No, Jermaine Wright, I say, it seems to have a knack more than most central midfielders. I say I've got one chop. Yeah. Is he in it?
Ooh. Oh, I'm loving that. That's a cracking return. It's lovely when your little cheeky -4 player returns, isn't it?
Yeah.
Particularly, it was really the enabler for Jess, really.
There was someone on the spaces earlier who was weighing up whether to vice captain Jermaine. I think it was him or Viduka. They was caught in a catch-22. Yeah. I'm assuming they probably went with Viduka in the end. And I don't blame them for doing that.
No.
Premium striker, I think, with a game that the Sims suggests is going to be fairly profitable. I think I can understand it. But it's the home player again. And I
think I put some tweet out last season. Do you know when some of the we have a few players.
Oh, another goal. Phillips again. Running a mock. Kevin Phillips.
You wouldn't have put that down, would you?
Everyone's got to get him in next week. I'd imagine most people that don't want Shearer after this week.
Yeah.
The logical move is move to Phillips, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I bigged up Jermaine Wright last year to someone. Like there's a few footballers that interact, isn't there, with the game? And I think Jermaine Wright liked to tweet that I sent out. No, I think another footballer would like to tweet that I sent out about him. Because I think I said he was a good player for like 5 million or something. He's quite sweet. There isn't that many, is there? But there's a few. We've got Chadwick that said stuff before.
Stephen Rabbi, I think, engaged with someone, I think, early in the season. Just in case anyone missed it, the assist for that Phillips goal was Mark Libra. That might interest some people. Some people might have him still as their third striker. And obviously a few clean sheet wipeouts for Tarico. Understandable pick this week, but 2 goals conceded in 14 minutes, not ideal for Tarico owners.
4 goals in 5 for Wright, says captain.
He's not going to carry on, though. Is a central midfielder really going to get over 10 goals in the season? I'm not saying it's impossible, but...
No.
Is he one that's going to sort of outdo himself early on, a bit like Hadji? Can they keep up anywhere?
He's really decent in this. I think I remember it like in the very, very first season when I did all the sims to see who I thought was good for the money. He was great, but I think when he was playing for Ipswich, he was getting played here, there, and everywhere. So if he's going to nail down a centre midfield spot for 6 million, he could be.
He wasn't.
Could be great.
He was playing right wing back. I think he even played in the right of a back 3 at some point.
Yeah, and he's gone up for a reason, hasn't he? You know, if they've done the pricing sims, I think it was 5.5 before. He's gone up to 6.
Here comes Newcastle. It's a free kick.
Come on, Shearer. Clean in.
Oh. Well done, the wall. Well done, the wall.
Fuck's sake.
I'm a 6 for the way through and Shearer hasn't done anything yet. That's the kind of mindset I'm in. I made it a 6 for the way through. It's been a quiet little sort of 5-minute spell, actually. Not a lot going on. I mean, we had one bit of comms yet from Arsenal Man United, have we? I don't think.
Yeah.
That's had nothing. Bradford, Watford, you'd expect more to be going on. They had a little sort of full-on first 5 minutes, and that's been dead for the last 10. Everton, Chelsea, I expected a fairly dead game. Chelsea are quite good at that, aren't they? Free kick given at Middlesbrough. Charlie Miller on the free kicks. Here's your boy.
Goal. Ooh.
Selakovic knocking it down for Everton, as you do. Robbie Fowler even back defending, heading the ball upfield.
Yeah, of course.
Attack versus attack, and Robbie Fowler's back.
Well known for his defensive qualities.
In an attack versus attack game, he's back in his 18-yard box, heading balls up the field.
The only defence that Fowler's ever had is, I didn't have any cocaine on me, sir. In court.
You said that, not me.
Oh yeah, allegedly.
Come on, give us something, game. Give us some. What's going on? Enough attacking teams, weren't there? Oh, here comes Blackburn.
Ooh. Lovely.
I don't think anyone really cares if Blackburn score because no one's really got Leeds. I suppose people
have got Heart. There's loads of people on Heart, isn't there? Yeah, Fowler sniffed out the danger. That's it. Very good.
Did you give him that one? You must have texted him quietly, did you? You text one of him. Put this in the chat. Put this in the chat. Yeah. This is dead. Here's a top goals. Here you go, Malcolm Christie, top scorer in the sim so far, 7 goals. Yeah, a few midfielders in there. Kuhl 5, Hadji 4, Pedersen, Jermaine Wright's now in there. Carboni's top assist with 5. Doesn't feel like it, does it? I'm sorry everyone's just spoken the way he did last week only and not really anything beyond that. But I didn't realise he'd done so well ahead of last week.
No. He didn't do very well in the double, did he? He only got 1 assist in 2 games, so...
I don't think he had a shot, I don't think. Flitcroft. 1 chop's on the move. He's going to have a shot instead. Ooh. Quick counter-attack here from... don't tell me Headman's going to get an assist. This is a Headman assist if this goes in.
Goal.
Surely not. Oh. I would have been absolutely livid if Headman picks an assist up.
Yeah, well, if he gave it to him, it doesn't always happen, does it? But
that would be so typical. Man City lose 3-0. Headman does shit, but somehow nabs an assist. A 3-1 it would be, obviously, not 3-0. Nice Godfrey in the chat. He owns Phillips and he bought in Jermaine Wright.
Nice.
That's got to be up there, top 5 at the minute in the game week, I would think.
He's killing it.
I don't know if anyone's got anyone captain Phillips in the chat. Do share if you have. I can't imagine many people have. But I think Onion's enough this week.
Here we go.
Here's your boy.
Here's my man.
Don't leave him on Mark Dublin.
Off volley as well. Ooh, he's at the bar. We've had a few posts rattled, haven't we? In bars it.
He got a high off the ball stat, Dublin. I hadn't noticed, but he seems to be finding himself in space quite a lot, which I'd say usually suggests he's got a high off the ball stat. Or
sure.
Maybe Jacob Larson's just not very good at marking. Go on,
here's your man.
Vice captain.
Give it to Jess.
Yeah. Oh no. That's Watford. Oh, he's a defender, I think.
Okay.
I'm not
14
sure.
passes, 14 completed. That doesn't seem too bad.
Does Gregan possibly play midfield? I don't know if he does. Oh, here comes Newcastle. And it's Newcastle on the attack. Stephen Hughes. That's it. I don't mind Court score. Have a shot, Cole. Have a shot, Cole. Oh, penalty. Oh, no. Not a... Oh.
No penno. Oh, fuck this. Come on, he's got to bury this.
He's going to score, isn't he?
He's going to miss it.
Goal. Look at the delay here. This is a great delay. This is brilliant. Yeah, of course he's scored.
Come on, Shearer. You boring bastard.
What is it with fantasy football games this week and shafting with bloody penalties? Salah in FPL and now Shearer in this. 1 penalty all season. It's the game everyone's got him captain. Of course it is. Could have done it in any other 8 game weeks, right? Bundled over by the right back. Bundled over by the right back. Could be another penalty. Oh no. Damien Delaney. Ooh. Yeah, well done, captain. I enjoyed the build up of the full stop.
We did. That's good. That's good.
It's Sturridge this time. Benjamin's already scored. Is Sturridge going to score as well? No, you'll see.
Now we've started.
You might get yourself some save points here, Benno, because he seems quite busy, Jääskeläinen, in this game.
Oh, yes, come on.
You might get some save points and some bonus the way this is going. Must be on about 6 saves already. Muzzy is it there as well.
Clocked a few points in the last few minutes.
Good point there from the Smiths. Who's doing the Shearer celebration in their front room? How many people are running around the house running around with their hand up in the air?
What is a penalty? Oh, fuck off! Come on, save it. This would be amazing if you saved it. I'm fairly happy with this. Not expecting it.
Oh, you didn't get your full dots build up that time, Benno.
No.
Penalty. Leicester on one again. 3 last week at home. 2 up in 22 minutes this week at home. Ryan Nurse, Jussie back in season 2 for him. He's been doing all right this year, to be fair. He's been doing good for save points, a bonus again. It's just they're letting in. But I say you can't single-handedly save every shot, can he? Last year, he was doing a bit more of that.
It felt like in season 1, you'd have weeks where you'd have like a red card day, or a penalty day, or a direct free kick day. Do you know what I mean?
There was I remember one game week where there was. I don't think it was the Unsworth week. We obviously got 3 at the same game, but I remember one week where there was at least 4 or 5 fixtures all had a pen in the same team week.
It'd be lovely little hat trick of pens here for Shearer.
Chance for Marcus Bent. Ooh. That'd be the week, wouldn't it? Week after the double, the Blackburn finally contribute something.
Come on,
I think I'd quite happily take a 0-0 in that game. I've got Weatherall playing. I think more people have got Leeds attacking assets, than Blackburn defenders.
Yeah.
I think a 0-0 is probably a good result for me in that game. If
sure.
Weatherall can hold on.
There isn't going to be many apart from, like, say, the odd casual, or some people are off their heads with a heart still. Or a keeper sent off sim from Michael Smith. Yeah, we've had some weeks where we've had some berserk, like...
Charlton had 2 sent off in the same game, didn't they?
2 sent off in the same game, yeah.
I can't think who had to go in goal. I've forgotten who had to go in goal. Here comes Chelsea. Carboni's cross. Is it Ida?
Barbiaro.
That's Fossell.
Ooh.
Yeah, pretty strong at the back, Everton. They've not let that many goals in. I think we're a bit of an underrated 4.5 defender. I think he's done quite well for bonus points. So
2 transfers in, scoring pens within a minute of each other. Pass me the Kleenex. What fucking hell? A fair play for getting it in.
Sunderland winning 2-0. Oh, Arca's gone off injured. Wow, that's big. Teal last week, Arca this week. Bad luck for Sunderland right before their good run of games. Both the wingers get injured. I think Bart Williams plays... Is he a defensive midfielder, right, left, centre? So I think he's going to end up having to play left wing here, even though I'm assuming that's not his best position. Yeah, is it good? Yeah. Strange punt. It's not a strange punt, because I think it's another one of these midfielders we talk about who's actually quite good. Hang on, just to see what happens here at Bradford. Robbie Pate getting all the chances at the moment, isn't he? It seems like...
Come on, Jess.
But Jess is taking a corner. Is that what you want? Oh, Hextra's won the header. Go on.
We'll take this.
Go on. Yeah! Vice captain goal on the -4. Wow.
Loving it. And the forward took the corner for it. That's ridiculous.
And the small winger won the header.
Yeah, ridiculous. I love it, though. I love it. Oh, man, I love Hoekstra anyway. He was fucking ace for Stoke. He was great. Great.
I just felt like I had to punt left midfielder against Watford. Needed a cheap player. I was downgrading Till. Ideal chance to free up 1.5 for Viduka to Van Nistelooy. So the stars aligned almost to get him in.
Yeah, people loving Hoekstra in the chat.
I finally got something good on stream. Yeah, well, I haven't, because Alan Shearer scored. It's not all good on stream, but...
Wood was unmarked.
He's, I think, the most notable player now across the next 5-6 weeks. I think he's going to be very popular, Wood. And so I've got no doubts he's going to be value at that price. And I think a lot of people will go there to fund Van Nistelrooy and Viduka. I think that'll be a really common front three now. Van Nistelrooy, Viduka, Wood.
Yeah.
He could do well, right? But I think he also could get 2 points quite a lot. Or as a paydown, we've seen he's going. The overhit pass that dips in at the back post. Lucas Neal scored like that the other week, didn't he? He's on replaying to like FPL Trini. He's probably playing the same position he played last week when he got a 6 and went off after 55 minutes. Looks like he's playing in the same role in this team tonight. Oh, there we go. Speaking of the devil. Oh, Man United are going to come forward instead.
Well, they've gone black all of a sudden, man. What's going on? Oh, they're actually playing in black.
Yeah. Chadwick on corners there, notable.
With 3 headers in goal. Wow, that's amazing.
At least he had a shot this week. He ain't been shooting very much for on. So Chadwick is still on corners, or at least tonight it looks like he's on corners. And here come Norwich with Marchant to Abbey. Ooh, wouldn't mind that, to be fair. Norwich goal would be quite nice for me, wiping out the Bernard clean sheet, wouldn't it? That would be quite nice. Pep talk. Which game shall I say is boring next? Arsenal, please, mate. If you wouldn't mind writing that in the chat. Bit more action from Arsenal, Man United. John Shanley's got a goal from a captain and his vice captain.
Nice.
Mark Sharkey, how extra goal? That's a great one for the casual. Yeah, I'm casual as well, mate. All casuals here. 3 headers. I don't know. I've missed something there. Who had 3 headers?
It was in the comms.
Oh, was it?
Said Varane had 3 headers.
Man City going forward again.
Can't get the stuff.
I was looking for one shot. Oh, he scored! Oh, another goal! Another goal. Narrow angle has come through Headman.
My phone's loving one shot for some reason, man. Every time you say one shot, that's it. Google Assistant opens up.
2 goals tonight. Didn't have the balls to captain him. I think someone was, I can't remember who was talking about it now, but someone was saying that, it might have been Luke in one capacity or another, was saying that just because he's obviously orange flagged in a lower condition doesn't necessarily mean that he's an inferior one-shot, does it?
No,
I think one in real life playing with a dodgy hamstring, they won't be able to run properly. But it doesn't work like that on this game. It might have been David actually on our pod together. Yeah. Apologies.
What injury did he have?
I can't remember.
That makes all the difference. Not in terms of his ability on his condition, but it just means that if you get a little injury or a little tackle or whatever, they're more likely to be injured and go off.
Yeah. And Shearer looking for an assist now as well. Oh no, he's Danny Canamarteri.
Nice.
Madison with 2
for Madison.
Come on, Newcastle.
He had a stub toe, captain says. Yeah. So stub toes aren't that bad, are they? It's when you get like hamstring ones or whatever, you're thinking, I'm not getting a player in with a hamstring injury on an orange. And I think that actually there is something in that. Depends what type of injury it is.
Here's Carbone's cross and Idiger Johnson winning another header. An assist for Benito Carboni.
Nice.
And Gudjonsson jumping above Pablo Paz. I'm guessing he's not really a centre-back, is he? A bit like Prutton. They're better in midfield, but the game has to try and fit them in and end up invariably playing them at the back. And
loving it. Yeah, so that is interesting that, if anyone who plays the game, if you play a game where you've got like 2 games in 3 days and you get to your second game and all your players are on 80%, aren't they? Doesn't necessarily mean they perform less. They still get 9s and 10s, can't they, in the game?
Yeah.
Anyone who's played it. So I think it's more to do with what type of injury they've got and why they're orange flagged, more than anything else. And it perhaps has an effect on the next game. So if they started a game on 82% or whatever, by the time they've run out the end of the game, if their conditions even lower for the next time of picking the team, they might not getting the first 11. I think there's perhaps something in that, but clearly it doesn't have an effect on the way they play.
I still fancied One Chop tonight to play at least the first half and probably get something as he's got, but it was the fear of the pre-60 Reddit sub that put me off captaining him. But bearing in mind, I didn't really have another captain, hence because I had to captain Henry because I didn't really have anyone else. I probably should have just wanted One Chop. I know it's easy to say in hindsight, but he had the best game of my strikers. I should have risked it, I think. Oh, Lee Hughes chance there. Pushing forward a bit, Coventry. They had a few chances in this game, bearing in mind they're playing away.
It's just said Man City have gone to a defensive, or they're not going out all attack anymore. Don't think Good Johnson has scored with his feet yet, no.
Coventry. Chelsea were definitely a worse team when he weren't up front. They obviously didn't have that focal point target to play to, did they? Tried Zola and Knight and all sorts in that role, and none of them really worked. I think he's a contender, I think, for being the most critical player to his team in the sim. I think as soon as he's out of the team, they're a shambles, almost. So, very valuable player to Chelsea in this game, Good Johnson. Probably underrated striker in the sense of owning him as well. Chelsea's fixtures aren't bad moving forward, but no one will get him.
He's either head or nothing for him, says Colm. That's better. Well done, Colm. He's stepping it up now.
Maybe I could think about him as my third striker. I say I've got enough to get a fairly expensive third striker to go with Van Nistelooy and Viduka. I've got Boxic as a possible. I've got Tommy Smith as a possible. I've got Dwight York, the Man United striker. Double up is not out of the question either.
Here is my man Betts.
Here's my man Pitcher. Just fouled someone.
Go on, Jess. Smash it.
Oh, it's Hexer again. Go on. Oh! Can you imagine if he gets 2 or 3 here?
That'd be good. Here we go, Betts.
Captain's done well there to fit all that text into one line. Arial Narrow came out there, didn't it, in the font? 10 minutes to go, or 11 if you want to be precise.
What have we got going on then? 4, 6.
I think most people have probably not done too bad. Everyone's got their, apart from a few of us, should we say, a handful of us that haven't captained Shearer. Everyone's got a captain return, so I don't think anyone can be too grumpy, can they?
Well, it depends if they've got. I mean, there isn't that many. This is 11 goals, but One Chop will be popular. Hoyster's probably quite popular.
He's Dublin. He's got space again.
Plenty of time again.
How many times are you going to get space in the box, Dublin? Sorini's fumbled it. Lucy fumbled it too. Angel, he scored.
Angel.
Yeah, he was the one, I think.
Assist for Dublin.
If I was on free hit this week, I think he was maybe the one to have in there. That's the sort of... I think Shearer would have been an obvious one. I think I would have had Engel on a free hit. And I maybe would have punted Boxic. That might have been my 3 strikers on a free hit this week, I think, if I'd have been doing that. I think that would have been okay this week, wouldn't it? Shearer, Engel, Boxic. Here come Ipswich. Is Tarico going to...
Go on, Tarico. I think I'm planning a -8 next week. I'm going to change my whole front line.
Who have you got now? Henry, Shearer,
and Jess.
Just hang on a sec. Here comes Ipswich. Tarico again. Involved in most of the good things at the moment for Ipswich. Oh, he scored. That makes amends for the clean sheet gone.
Yeah. I'm doing pretty darn good this week so far. I'm thinking of going Viduka, Ruud, Wood.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. It's going to be the common.
Yeah,
that's going to be the template strike force, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't blame people. The runs are just too good for Man United and Leeds over a fairly sustained period.
Yeah.
Best 2 strikers in the game, both with a run of good fixtures. It fully makes sense, I think, to have them 2. I missed a sub for Leicester because I don't think this Sherman guy started. And now he scored. It's 3-0. I don't know who he came on for.
The Shermanator.
Yeah, maybe Captain can tell us who he came on for, because I missed that. But I don't think it really matters.
I think was there something where he just walked down there, just walked straight down the tunnel he put in, I think. -8 taken, all 3 score. It's a miracle. Andrew Deal. Yeah, well, that's what this game's all about. You've got to take it.
I came on for Matt Jones in centre midfield. Yeah. That's a goal and an assist now for Trevor Benjamin. Not that anyone went there, but Bolton getting battered here. Yeah, not a good performance from them. Yeah, Anders saying quiet from Leeds. Bradford, Blackburn are capable of this. It's strange because their formation to look at is quite attacking, is it? With the 3, it's not wing backs, is it? It's 4 actual midfielders and 3 actual defenders with up arrows and things.
Yeah,
it's quite attacking formation, but they've still got a knack, Blackburn, of being probably one of the more defensively solid sort of mid-table teams. I never saw it. I think a few people said that they thought Leeds would batter them. Like, could be 2 or 3. I never really thought it'd be a big win.
I saw goals either side. I saw just think there would have been a lot of goals in the game with the way Blackburn set out to play. But so far,
he's not Tor's saying he doesn't think Gardner's going to get any bonus points in this game.
No.
Depends how many runs he goes on. If he goes on enough runs, he might sneak an 8. You wouldn't put it past this game, the team losing 5-0, one of the defenders getting mad in the match, would you?
No, not at all. We've seen it all the time.
Leicester, 6 goals in 2 game weeks, right at the end of this run where, what was it, 4 or 5 weeks ago, they had a big run of home games, Leicester, didn't they? Oh, doubling goal. There you go.
With the assist. Still a loving animal, come on. Yeah. That'll be popular, that will.
This ain't looking good for Serini's looking like he might get a 4 average rating or something here. He fumbled the goal that Engel poked in. That's going to go down as a goalkeeping error, which will reduce your average rating. And it looks like he might have been at fault for that one as well. So Serini's staring down the barrel of a 4 here. You never know. They might even bring that young goalkeeper no one's ever heard of on.
Yeah.
They likes replacing a goalkeeper that's playing shit, right?
Bowie's getting into some good positions here.
Here he is again. Go on, Lambro. Keep up that clean sheet. Let's get to half-time, Blackburn. Get to half-time and reassess. Yeah, I'd love it if Tottenham did make a goalkeeper change and brought the young kid on, who no one's ever heard of, to play in goal, because the first choice one's not doing very well. Ramanathan's got Serini, but he's got Engel vice captain and he's got Hendry. Always a tricky one, that, isn't it, when you've got goalkeeper playing against multiple attacking players? What do you want?
I hate that. I always make the choice to bench one of them. It's like Ehiyog today. I benched him because I've got Henry, and why would I want to pit them against each other? Do you know what I mean? I hate that. In any fantasy game, I always avoid it. I always make that choice to get rid of one of them.
I've got it every week because I've got the Watford keeper, and my transfer is always to bring in someone targeting Watford.
Well, yeah, exactly. I would hate that. That would.
Yeah, I've got it every week. I'll probably take 1-0 Bradford. Goalkeeper does it if Manzidis gets a few save points and one shot booked.
But you know, Ehiyog could easily get like a 9-pointer here, couldn't he?
I've played him, even though I've got him recaptured. It was him or Nolan, and I weren't going to play Nolan.
That's maybe something I've done wrong this week. I'm having a pretty good start to this week so far. So
I don't know who'd have benched instead, to be fair. And look, your team's up on the screen now. I'm not seeing an obvious benching over Ehiyog. I would have benched him with your team there, I think.
Yeah.
Unless you didn't want to risk the double Chelsea. That's the only other one.
That was the thing. Didn't want to risk the double Chelsea was a consideration. But with Henry as a potential captain, why would I want to, unfortunately, who's not going to play?
And then Martin wants Glenn Hoddle back. Yeah, Tottenham do need to get rid of their manager.
Yeah, rubbish.
The stream on Sunday, from the preview stream on Sunday, I think McLeish is now on the job information board is dodgy. Or Fowler off for Heskey after 41 minutes. Interesting for Liverpool. Yeah, I think he's maybe on the on the potential on the block. Shreves is still on there for Sunderland, but he's obviously really. But
like I say, Liverpool themselves, we'll have to try and find out if anyone's insecure.
Elliot Lander, if I was Spurs manager, I'd get in Berbatov, Keane and Defoe. Berbatov actually not that good on this game from memory. Robbie Keane and Jermaine Defoe perfectly fine, right? Two of the better attacking players in the game. Not so much Berbatov. Probably better off by Amido on this game than Berbatov from memory. Fowler
straight to the line. You said it, Cole, not me. I'm distancing myself from my former comments about Robbie Fowler.
You don't
to be fair, that celebration kind of said it all, really, didn't it?
Michael Owen's been eating too many donuts. He's not even been mentioned in the copy tonight yet. Here's Jamie Redknapp. Ipswich Sunderland well on the way to a 3-3. There's enough chances in this game. More chances in this game than most of the other ones. Whereas Tarico, that ain't going to be an assist, is it? No. I fancy Ipswich to score again. I don't like Sunderland in away games. I always think they're open to conceding a few. I've already got my eye on, I think it's game week 11 or 12, Middlesbrough at home to Sunderland. And I've seen no sim data, but I really can see Middlesbrough having a bit of a go that week. That could end up like a deal or something. And it's a week where I think Man United are away to Everton and Leeds are also away to someone. So obviously Van Nistelooy and Viduka will still be popular captains. They're not the worst away games. But based on the theory that you always want a home striker as captain, I've got a feeling Boxic might be an interesting one for that week. It's, say, Middlesbrough home to Sunderland. We will try and get Boxic for that. Tarico's goal not showing up if you're the pressure. It's on there, mate. It's the third one from the bottom.
Yeah, there it is,
It's on there. Benno drew the line. Yeah, drew the line at the on the Fowler comments. Good tackle by Ian Hart, doing what everyone who owns him wants him to do, making last ditch tackles.
Yeah, brilliant defender. Great pick at 7 million or whatever he is.
I can't laugh. I've been there at times. I owned him.
We've all done it. We've been burnt so much last season that was it. I was like, no chance. And like I said, I even started with him this year just on the pretext that let's see if he's nailed or not. And if he's not, then that's it. You just know not to bother picking him.
You knew, right? He was wildcard game week 5. Leeds had 3
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. And I knew that was it. That was going to be it for him. We all know he's one of the only players that can hit 25 points, but just isn't happening, is it? He's going to have to do it a fair few times now to justify keeping him. See what I mean? He's going to have to do it 5 or 6 times.
I can't resist in this game, like where I can, trying to captain that attacking defender. We did it last year. Do you remember? Did we both captain Gardner the same week last year?
Yeah, because we I think his average score was like 12 points, something ridiculous.
He did score, didn't he? But they conceded. Did they win 5-1?
Yeah, he did. He returned. He did all right. I think he scored, but they lost. They lost a lot of points from goals conceded.
I still want to do that this year. Find that it's him mainly, isn't it? He's probably got the most attacking output of any defender. Him or Tarico. Gardner's probably a bit better in attacking sense, but
you can definitely do it at a position or a wing back in this game. Definitely.
He's one chop again.
Oof.
Oh, Danny Tiato's cross. He's there. We're not blessed with a big wing back option for a good team. That's the only problem, isn't it? If Hart was nailed, it would be him, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But we haven't really got.
This is what I mean. Perhaps a different manager for Liverpool. Maybe playing one of their players out of wing back, or they sign someone. So I mean, they get a new manager with a budget to buy a couple of players. That could be quite interesting.
Eamon reckons Man United are going to win 1-0 Ruud in the 90th minute. I'm sure we'll get some comms, something related to Ruud in the 90th minute. It might not be a goal.
Look, we don't think we've had anything from that game, have we? Oh, no, we have. We've had a couple of Man United attacks, haven't we?
Yeah, Veron had these 3 headers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. Anyway, half time. So Arsenal 0, Man United 0, Villa 2, Tottenham 0, Blackburn 0, Leeds 0, Bradford 1, Watford 0. Everton 0, Chelsea 1, Ipswich 1, Sunderland 2, Leicester 3, Bolton 0, Man City 2, Coventry 0, Middlesbrough 0, Liverpool 0, Newcastle 3, Norwich 0. Cheers.
Chat for half time. Would you captain Rudiger this week? Ronald, you're watching the wrong stream, mate. We don't talk about FPL and Sky and things like that. No is the answer for me, but
maybe in Sky, but I'm not sure about captaining him in anything else.
A load of FPL questions sneaking into the chat. Mane and Edward for Kane and Man. I'm not going to answer any FPL questions. I'm going to be a right martyr for that. This is a ChampMan stream. We won't talk about FPL.
FPL shit.
John Shanley Henry
about FPL, it's shit.
John Shanley Henry pre 60-minute sub again this week. It's looking likely. I can't lie at the moment. They've got Graham Barrett on the bench. If Arsene Wenger thinks he's more likely to score than Thierry Henry, then fair play to Arsene Wenger. But the only good thing is that Andy Johnson doesn't seem to have done much either. So it's not like it's usually the striker performing worse goes off. And they're both as bad as each other, it looks like.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Henry's going to go off. You'd hope not. Well, I hope not. But the fact we haven't seen his name in the comms in 45 minutes isn't a massive positive towards his chances of staying on, is it?
No.
Has Hart done anything? Murray wrote. Yes, he has, mate. He made a last-ditch tackle, which was quite important.
That's why he's in there, he's a defender.
I think he stopped Damien Duff from scoring. So that's his contribution. Still getting his clean sheet, though, at the moment. So probably not a bad week for clean sheets. I feel like I've still got most of mine intact. Obviously not my goalkeeper one, because he never gets one. But most of my other clean sheets, I think, are still okay. Ekiog, Desai, Weatherall. How are Everton getting on? Is that new? They're losing, aren't they? Paz got beat in the air by someone. So I've got 3 clean sheets.
Still. I've got 2 clean sheets and 6 returns so far. 6
returns, wow.
Yeah, doing all right, aren't I?
I've only got the 3 returns.
Can't believe Charlton 22nd in Div 1 and Greg Warren has had 1 appearance. Oh, that's shocking.
This game,
back in here.
Why would you play him in the Prem all the time and then get relegated and then not play him? If he was good enough to play as often as he didn't, he wasn't obviously nailed in the Prem, was he? But
no,
he had enough games. Depends if they've still got Bartlett and Yule, I guess, Charles. If they've still got them two, I'd imagine he'll still play the most. Can't you do something, captain, and get him to put him on Brighton's shortlist or something, and then someone will probably buy him?
Yeah, sneak him in there.
Get him in at Watford. That's where we want him. Do a Jeff picture and sign him at Watford. Clean sheet wipeout. What's your least favourite chocolate in a box of celebrations?
Ooh. What's in a celebration? I always get confused because there's 2 in there. What's the other one? Celebrations in.
Celebrations in the red container.
Celebrations are the ones with all like the popular chocolate bars in it, like crunchies.
Yeah, it's got 12. I don't like crunchies. I think they're in celebration, so I'll go crunchy as the one I don't like.
I'm thinking of the one. Which are the ones that've got like the Brazil nuts and the purple? What are they?
That's Roses or Quality Street.
Roses, Quality Street. Yeah.
Yeah, Celebration's got all the conventional chocolate, but it's got like you get Galaxy caramels in there and things. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure crunchies are in there, so I'm going to say crunchies are my most disliked one. Miniature Heroes.
Crunchies are all right,
Moyed say Miniature Heroes. Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of Miniature Heroes. Maybe that's got crunchies.
Yeah. We need some clarity around what the fuck's in a box of celebrations. Let's have a look.
You can get it up, Benno, and I'll comment. Quality Street is nice. I think Quality Street's probably the worst out of those conventional chocolates.
You're looking at things. I think Twix. There's Twix in there. It's not big enough, is it? Twixes are good, but you don't want it in miniature form. It sounds shit. You've got Snickers, Bounties, Galaxies, Maltesers, Milky Way, Mars, and Twix.
Oh, Milky Way then is my worst out of those.
I'm going Twix because you'd just be pissed off with a lack of biscuit in it. That's what I would be. I'd be like, yeah, this is nice, but where's the fucking biscuits?
My house is all right because no one else in my house likes bounties, and I don't mind them. So I pretty much get all the bounties. So what I do is eat all the other ones first. All the bounties are left, and they can't have any more because they don't like them. My wife's very good at leaving the empty wrappers in the bowl as well. We put our sweets in a bowl. We're posh like that. We don't eat them out of the packet. We put them in a little bowl and leave them on the side. And my wife's quite good at opening them in a way where it looks like there's still a sweet in the wrapper, and then puts the wrapper back in the bowl. So
Drifter is the king of chocolate bars. Prove me wrong. I haven't had a Drifter for ages. Did they still make them?
Yeah, same. I've not had or time out. I used to really love timeouts as well.
I see a timeout's a bit boring. But I think like a Drifter was a bit like a gooey. I don't know. A bit like a Twix, but better. I haven't had a Drifter for ages.
No, I've not either. I've not seen them for ages. I used to really like the purple Yorkies as well. They have raisin and something in.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
I've not had one of them for a long time either.
Yeah. You're making me want to go nail the box of Jaffa cakes that I bought before the stream started. I've got 10 Jaffa cakes for £1. They're on offer.
If they was in celebrations or miniature heroes, it'd be my worst.
Yeah.
I can't stand Jaffa cakes.
What's wrong with you? I could sit here and nail those 10 Jaffa cakes before we kicked off for the second half. Easy. I
did at lunchtime today a whole packet of mint chocolate finger biscuits. I think there's a limited edition mint variety of them now. I opened them thinking I'd have a couple, and they all went at lunchtime.
Yeah, boosts are good as well. They're filthy, boosts are.
Ramanathan, Galaxy Caramel, Twix and Bounty. They're the good ones or the bad ones? I'm hoping they're the good ones.
Double deckers. Tunnix Caramel. Oh, yeah, Penguin. They're great. Tunnix tea cakes are good as well. I like them.
Moid likes penguins. Well, penguins are like for people that are aged under 10, aren't they? You don't eat penguins once you get past age 10.
There's room in the world for penguins, mate. You know, it's fine.
You don't eat penguins, wagon wheels, and Kit Kats, like basic Kit Kats, once you're out of school. Yeah. When was the last time you ate a wagon wheel or a penguin? I don't think I've eaten one since school. Always in my lunch.
Had a wagon wheel. It's the kind of thing you see in kids' lunch boxes.
Yeah, penguins, wagon wheels, and the little 2-piece Kit Kats. They're the bog standard, the standard things in the kids' lunchbox.
Well, this is illuminating conversation for half time, isn't it? What chocolate bars do you like or don't like?
We could go back to you singing, Benno, if that. I don't know what people would rather prefer.
Singing was last week. We've missed the boat for singing.
I'm gutted I weren't on. I would have taken part in that. Martin was a bit grumpy, I thought. He should have participated a bit more.
Chocolate I like a chocolate orange, provided the box isn't superficially damaged. I like it. That's a Alan Partridge reference. Very good.
Chocolate in the fridge or the cupboard. Fridge all day for me, mate. Elliot. Definitely a fridge. Chocolate in the fridge guy.
Yeah. What was that one that went, like, you've got to be a certain age for this one? It went, the red car and the blue car had a race. All red wanted to do was stuff his face. And that was about chocolate bars.
Was that Club?
I'm not sure. If anyone can remember that, put it in the chat.
You've not had chocolates in lunchboxes these days. Yeah, that's too true. That's too true.
What was that?
Very, kids' lunchboxes now are very sort of anal is the word I want to use about what healthy food only, isn't it? No chocolate bars in there.
Wow.
Echo? Someone said Echo. I don't know if that's about your song or about something else.
I can't think what it was. I'm sure someone will come up with it.
Oh, Trio? Pep Talk.
That was a Milky Way advert. Milky Way? Apparently it was the old Milky Way advert.
Boost Guarens.
Good old Bluey shows the Milky Way. Lovely. Thank you, guys. I can die happy now.
Fair play, Moid. He's got penguins in his kids' lunchboxes. There you go. So he pinches them. Yeah, fair enough. It's all right to eat your kids' chocolates.
Alice Toblerone while driving to Dundee barefoot. Lovely stuff.
My daughter's at the age now where she's invited to quite a lot of birthday parties, and more often than not, there's some sort of chocolate or sweets in these goodie bags that come out. And then we always say to my daughter, "You can't have them because you've had cake at the party and you've had this and this, and it's too much sugar." And then me and my wife eat them.
Andy G, the golf pro. I could eat a full Toblerone, and I don't mean a small one. I mean a medium-sized one.
I don't do it anymore, but I used to go and get the Milka chocolates, not Milky Ways, the Milka. They're in the big purple. You You can get them in England, but you get them more overseas. I used to always get them at duty free all the time. The massive things of Milka.
Pep Talk's put in the chat, what's your favourite Angel Delight? Personally, it has to be butterscotch. It reminds me of something that my older brother had said. He once went on a date with a girl or had a bit of a fling with a girl that liked to eat Angel Delight off his bald head. So she'd whip up a load of Angel Delight, stick it on his head, and then eat it off his bald head. True story.
Wow, I've got a bald head, but I think if my wife did that, I'd grow my hair, I think. You can't be doing that.
Oh, God. Wow.
I'm not a big fan of Angel Delight. I've never really had it properly. It wasn't a thing I had growing up.
I've never eaten off someone's bald head or any other orifice or anything like that. But I think she was into the strawberry stuff. So I don't think it would have been butterscotch.
Eddie McGee.
Anyone remember secret bars? Yeah, sort of. Anyone remember the Novo bar? Novo bar. It was like in a black and white. It was like the most secretive chocolate bar ever. It's like in a white and black wrapper. Novo bar.
That sounds like a northern thing, Benno.
Oh yeah, because of all the shitloads of chocolate manufacturers up in the north. Yeah. what they all did once the pits closed down, they all started making chocolate.
What
the fuck?
Pep Talks, they recently discovered Freddos. You've been a bit unlucky there, Pep Talks. They used to be about 10p for about 10 years. They're about 30p now. If you'd have discovered them a long time ago, you could have had even more of them. But they're decent. They're decent Freddos. Just there's always a chocolate bar growing up that were the 10p ones.
Yeah. Texan bars, fucking hell, man. Nova bar sounds like somewhere Jamie Vardy would hang out. Yeah. Oh shit.
Captain used to be twice the size too. I think he's talking about Freddos. So they've halved in size, then become 3 times more expensive. That sounds about right.
Why do you think that? Oh, I mean, come on. I know what you're saying, but I'm on holiday. It's my last day of my holiday today. You don't need to be civilized.
Oh, Ronnery, that's a memory you brought back. That's the one.
Romantica.
That's the one. Yeah, it's like I don't even know how to really describe it. It was more like a cake, but it was a dessert. It was pretty much ice cream, biscuit, and so it was very chocolatey.
I'm fucking starving now, by the way.
Romantica and Viennetta. Viennetta used to taste nicer as a kid than what it is now. Yeah. But Viennetta and Romantica was the way. And a massive fascination with me with Knickerbocker Glories because they had a long spoon. That's the really interesting thing about them. But yeah, Romantica, I've not had that for a long time. That's an amazing memory, that.
Wagon wheels have got smaller. I tell you what else has got smaller. What the curly whirlies. Used to be the size of a small lad.
You were going to say something. I thought it was a rude gesture coming then. You teed it up. I thought you were going to go in with something. How much is a Freddo now? I think they're about 25, 30p. I think Freddos.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
No, man. Yeah, you remember when you used to go to shop with £1, come away with a packet of crisps, a can of Coke, and a chocolate bar?
Yep.
Fucking no chance now.
Man on, I think it's Darren, I think it's on the Man On account. He said the price of Freddo is a true measure of inflation. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. How many Toblerone segments could you eat before illness? Probably not very many, in my case.
Oh, God. We've kicked off again. No more chocolate talk.
Perlo's beard's got some Romantica in his freezer. He thought I'd fly to Ireland to get some.
Did anyone else eat tins of beef spaghetti cold when they were young? All my family thought it was crazy, but I never heated them. That's crazy. That's crazy talk.
I've eaten cold beans numerous times.
What was the one with the chocolate spread and breadsticks? Yeah, what the fuck was that called?
Yeah, they're like dipper things, weren't they?
Yeah.
Game's kicked off, by the way. We're meant to be doing football commentary. Here's Emil Heskey with an early
That's
shot.
good.
I don't know what we've missed. Anyone out attacking lineups or any subs? I don't think we've missed any. On a donuts in there.
Ooh. I'm sure Captain can let us know if anything's changed at half time.
Just called choc dip. Thanks, David.
Choc dip. Just very simply, choc dip.
Yeah, they were good.
Choc dip.
Yeah, they were good. Yeah, but me and Ronald will have to try and make an agreement with Perlo to find out where he gets his stash of Romantica from, and then order them in. And he's just on the he's had his tuna and rice for his dinner, and he? At least be well carved up for bed. Well carved up for bed.
Cheese breadsticks. We aren't going on to savouries now, mate. We've already had a pudding. We've fucked it for savouries.
Free kick here for Jess, I think.
Come on, Jess. Direct, straight in the fucking top corner. Ooh.
Oh, Robinson.
Ooh.
I don't mind the Watford goal tonight. I don't know how many people are holding Bradford assets, but I don't need another clean sheet. Oh, Betts has gone off.
Betts has gone off?
Yeah, he just went off.
Oh, man, I'm so gutted for him. I have to give him a call.
Fancy sitting all the way through them half-time team talk from the manager, coming out for about a minute and a half.
Mate, I'm gutted for you. What the fuck's going on there?
You didn't answer, no? You didn't storm off down the tunnel.
Yeah. No reception.
There's another header for Good Johnson. Where's this one going? In the back of the net again. 2 headers for Good Johnson. I didn't see the cross. Was that Carboni again? Yeah, it was Carboni again. This is the thing with these wingers, right? Against winger against wing back, always got a chance. Always got a chance.
Loving it, mate. Loving it so far. 7 returns and counting. Come on.
So unpredictable that with the winger. So Zenden last week obviously did far better in the double, and now it's Carboni this week. I think this is just the way you have to play this game. You can't try and jump around wingers. I think you just have to pick one and stick with them, don't you? And
yeah.
Same with Hendry. I know a lot of people probably got frustrated with him, understandably, earlier in the season. But Hadji was never going to continue outscoring Hendry. It's balancing out a little bit more now. Hendry's definitely more of an assist than a scorer, though, isn't he? I'm not sure Hadji's even got an assist yet. Maybe 1. Hendry could probably get up near double figures for assists, couldn't he? But he'll only score like 3 or 4, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he can have them games where he does score goals, but yeah, you want assists from him, really.
Here he is again, Hendry. Always up there for key passes. There's another one for Angel. Ooh. Pep talk sold Carboni. I don't know why he did that, mate. Against the wing back. I don't know why he did that. It's both shot. Mark Dorney's got 4 attacking returns and 4 clean sheets. Yeah, nice. That's a pretty solid week. That'll be a green arrow, I think, assuming Shearer's captain. That's my only downfall. I ain't doing too bad, but I'm probably about 7-8 points down on Shearer captainers. So I might still not be doing that well. But you have to weigh up, right? Was Shearer worth if Shearer outscores Henry by 4 or 5 points? What's Shearer going to be on for at the moment? Probably 16? He's probably going to get 2 bonus points, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he's probably going to get 16. Henry's probably going to get 4 at the moment. So I've lost out by not doing it.
Oh, fuck off, Christie. This would be heartbreaking.
Yeah, I think I want Everton to score because I've only got 1 Chelsea defender. A lot of people have got more than 1, haven't they? I could probably do with Everton scoring here.
It's going too well at the minute. Something's got to hurt me. It's going to be a Christie goal.
Gary Naismith goes off. And Zola on for Forsell. GX playing left wing back today for Everton. Obviously, Mr. Versatile. He's going to play left wing back for the rest of this game. That's why you want your Shearer out. Why putting the crosses in?
That's it, yeah.
Not Maddison again.
Caught.
Maddison string pulling in midfield, isn't he? All those people that paid the extra 3 million for Stephen Hughes. You could have just got Maddison in for 3 million less. He's been a flop so far, Stephen Hughes. If you look at it, 5 players that have under-delivered, he's one of them.
What's he priced at this year?
7.5, is he? 8? Something like that.
So he's gone down from last year.
Chance for Bolton. rare chance for them in this game. Rod Wallace.
Lovely.
He scored. Clean sheet wipe out Leicester.
No. Gutted.
If you look at 5 underachievers, Henry, Veron, Crouch, Hughes, and I'm sure there's another one. They'll be the most common ones that have actually stung people. Here comes a Norwich change. That's a defender off. There you go, Benno. That Moran's as a defender. He's gone off.
Pretty sure Quinn's a attacking centre midfielder. I might be completely off my head. But I'm sure he's a left-sided centre mid. Someone inform me where Barry Quinn plays, if they know.
They could have. The guy that was playing left wing, McCann, can play up front. It's possible reshuffle involving Marchant going back, him going up front, and your guy maybe playing left wing then or something. Yeah. Here's Wood. Ooh. I don't know who's got what in the Villa game tonight. Have people still got Villa defenders? Rufus isn't playing. Maybe there's a few people that punted on Alan Wright at 4 million a couple of weeks.
Yeah, some people had Mills, didn't they?
Oh yeah, Mills, of course. Yeah, I forgot about Mills. Probably still just about the best 4 million defender, I would say, for now.
Rifled in.
Amazing that Liverpool are doing a bit better with a proper defence, isn't it?
Quinn's a left wing back.
Interesting.
So what does that mean? Is he DM?
I can't remember who was playing left back. Who started the game left back for Norwich? Does that player play in other positions? It was Rodgers. Does he play centre back as well? Is he? If he's a left centre back, he could have shuffled across one, couldn't he? Moran started right of the back 5 as a right back change for Sunderland. McCartney on for Dobson. And here's Libra looking for a Phillips hat-trick.
Fucking hell.
We've got it. The Kevin Phillips hat-trick.
Wow. Wow.
More than always capable. Always capable.
I'm going to have a look back to see how many people have got him. No, he's not very well owned. He's less than 8% owned, so there isn't many people sitting with him.
Apparently, according to FPL, Richie Barry Quinn's a maverick Irish detective. Doesn't play by the rules, but gets results dirty.
Very good.
It sounds like someone that would be in like a really sort of cheap TV program, doesn't it?
I love it.
I call him Barry Quinn.
The Equalizer.
A cheap version of it. What Tottenham doing? Oh, left wing change. Straight replacement. Skipper's gone off. Christian Ziga.
Oh, Dublin. Fucking not him.
7-game ban for that on this game, isn't it? If you nut someone. I can't wait for everyone to do Shearer to Phillips next week now. Yeah, it hasn't worked. Richard Dunn playing in the middle of the back 3 hasn't worked, so off he goes for Colin Hendry.
Colin Hendry was last season's darling, wasn't he? Or was it the first season? He was pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Their centre-backs are not bad, Bolton. I'm surprised they're letting so many goals in. Here comes Arsenal, being led by Van Bronckhorst. Oh, not on. Why is it not Henry at the back post? It's only Johnson. Put it back for Thierry. He's going to have a shot, isn't he? He just left Chadwick for dead, then tried to beat him again.
Here we go.
Where is Henry standing? There's nowhere near the goal. Oh.
What the fuck? Henry's just...
Goal, Freddie Lundberg. You go back your clean sheet wipe out for most people, I think. Well,
great team goal, but where the fuck was Henry in that? He's like had less touches than Lukaku.
He's about as big a loner as Aubameyang, right? But he's not part of the team.
Oh dear.
Basadas assist for Lundberg. I'm worried. Can Henry get through 4 more minutes? I am worried about this early sub. Robbie Blake for Bradford. My only saving grace is, like, say, Luke kind of persuaded me to take my captaincy off Viduka and put it on Henry. And I could see the logic in it. Viduka's name hasn't been mentioned either, is it?
No, nothing happening there. I mean, I've got that one wrong in terms of goals for that one.
So at least it's not like I've changed my mind and the alternative really delivered. Looks like Paolo One-Shot might get through 60 here as well, the way this is going. Middlesbrough double change. Oh, Mr. Versatile was on, Parnaby. Oh, Whelan up top for
Ooh, that's not nice.
Where's Parnaby gone? Central midfield? I think he can play there. That's a strange change from Liverpool. So Navarro's a defender. And I think he's a... Do you reckon Risa's gone left wing here? I'm pretty sure Navarro played right back. I reckon they might have moved Carragher to left back. Oh, Johnson.
There you go, that's good. I tell you what, this could work out well for Henry, because if Man United are opening up, we know that can be really good for Henry.
It's good to say Risa owners might have him left wing here for the last half an hour. Here come Man United. Nedved open up and they've scored straight away.
Well, hopefully they'll just keep on like this and be a bit more open. Arsenal look forward to push forward in numbers.
I really hope some people risk. I tell you, everyone seems to be looking at Chadwick as their third Man United player. Ruud, a defender, and then Chadwick. I actually think Nedved's better. I know he's more of a risk because Giggs is there and because Jordic is there, where Chadwick's got none of that.
Yeah.
But I think Nedved's got more chance of bigger upside, bigger returns than Chadwick's. He's a much better player on the game. I suppose it's the battle. Do you want the more nailed player on some corners, or do you want the actual better player with the better attributes? I can't see many risks in Nedved, but I think he could be a decent punt, Nedved.
How much is he? Is he more than? Is he more than?
More expensive. He might be 0.5 more. To be fair.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the.
Well, he's clearly first choice, isn't he? I mean, we've not seen Giggs at all, really, have we?
I'm nearly there. He's the same price. They're both 9 million.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think the thing is, Chadwick will play more games than him, but he's probably not as good as him. So you've got to balance that out, haven't you? Really.
I think I've said it before. I still see Chadwick as getting a lot of 2-pointers. I know his bonus points have been quite high so far, and he's obviously nabbed some corners assists. Or no, Williams in the 59th minute. Anyone that's got Helgeson, that's unfortunate. 1-pointer. It's not a good couple of minutes for my draft team. Not that anyone cares about that, but I've got Ricard and Helgeson both gone off just before the 60 minutes in my draft team. So not a good week for that.
No Williams, gifted no Williams.
He's got to score straight away. Yeah, there goes the Bradford. Oh, I've lost 1 point for my Ho Extra vice captain there. Clean sheet wipeout for Bradford. Literally been on the pitch, I think, about 20 seconds, and he scored.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cobbler. Helga Soft. There we go. We haven't had too many of them tonight. The player with the on the end of the name going off. Who was that? Prutton's gone off for someone as well.
Breen for a 1-pointer. So I've heard some people chatting about Breen. So that's a bit of a wounder. As he started Breen, he's come on for a 1-pointer.
Chris took out Nedved for Chadwick a few weeks ago based on corners. Yeah, I understand. Let's say it's an extra route to points if you've got a corner taker. And it probably boosts your chances of getting some bonus points because it's key passes, isn't it?
Wood's off.
Lead it to 60 minutes, Chris Wood. Martin Wood, even. And Chris Armstrong's on. I just think if you want to be a bit different on Man United, I think Nedved's a more...
Fucking hell, is Armstrong going to score? Oh my God, Armstrong's just scored after 20 seconds.
He might have been on the pitch less minutes than Noel Williams. I think we called 3-1 Benno in that game, and it's 2-1.
Substitutions coming off here, eh?
John Shanley, Prusov, yeah, thank you. We must get about 10 a week, someone with an on the end of their name being substituted. Don't think Woodhoff counts.
This is the thing. I mean, he might be a good enabler at 4.5 million, but
an O'Brien on for people if they've got him.
Do you really want to be wasting your third striker spot on someone who's from a team that's not that great, you know.
Chance for Andy Martin here. Robbie
Keane
Keane
gone off.
Yeah,
Here
Robbie Keane.
Andy Martin's in the game now.
Robbie Keane up front for half an hour.
Man of the match performance, brace man of the match for Keane.
They're my favourite types of bonus points. That the game's 0-0. They bring a defender on for the last 20 minutes. The team loses 1-0, and that defender that comes on ends up getting bonus points, even though he's on the pitch for 20 minutes. His team's conceded. How many times do we see that? One small step for Armstrong, one giant leap for Spurs. Yeah, good one. That quite like that. Paddock. Yeah. Yeah, wiped out the Danny Mills clean sheet as well. Forgot to mention that. Bad news for anyone that decided they was going to punt Harry Kewell based on what he did last week. So this game doesn't work like that. I don't think you can try and chase points you've missed in the week before.
Go on then, Desai.
This would be a big goal for me. Carboni assist. Go on. Oh, that would have been big.
That would have been a double assist there, wouldn't it? Double return.
A dream, isn't it? A dream. You wing crossing it for your centre back.
Yeah.
There's some genuine excitement in me then for about 5 seconds.
What do people want then in the chat? What do people really want? You know, obviously they want captain returns, but I'm trying to think what else I want. Bowyer is my only mid to not return. I'd like a Bowyer return.
I think I want Everton to score. I think is a lot of people, 2 Chelsea defenders. Yeah. I think that'd be quite big for me to wipe 2 clean sheets out of people.
And Henry, you want Henry to score the winner. That'd be good.
Samuel Hawkins forgot to do his team, but he's got captain Carboni and vice captain Gudjonsson.
That's great, isn't it?
Anyone that had to force him to playing Kevin Nolan this week, he's conceded 3 goals. Now he's been booked. So, not a great night to own Kevin Nolan. Yeah, that's great when that happens, Samuel Hawkins. I don't get that lucky in any fantasy game when you forget to change your captain and they end up getting 2 assists.
Henry parting gift, Hoyster and Jess double up again. Tommy Smith goal, yeah. Tommy Smith return and double Chelsea defence to hold. Court Christie, Varombo, yeah.
Just be grateful, Trini. We've got through 60 minutes. We've got 2 points off Henry. He might still get booked yet. Yeah, Andy Martin's with me wants an Everton goal. I think he said he didn't put any Chelsea defenders in his wild card, so he's at least I've got one of them. He's got neither. Preston wants a Viduka goal.
Ruud half-hour hat-trick, yeah.
I don't think you'll get that. Man United have gone defensive, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
So I can't imagine they're going to. They might score 1 more, but probably not any more than that. Arthur wants something from Aymar. He's not even been mentioned, is he?
No.
None of Leeds attackers have really. Bowyer had a few chances first half. I was involved, but the big names, Viduka, Aymar, Kewell, not had much from any of them.
Bernard vice captain is wishing for a clean sheet here, aren't they?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that either, to be fair. Norwich goal, I don't think I'm going to get that. To be fair, I wouldn't be that bothered if Bernard got 6 points. You'd be unlikely you'd get bonus points, really, wouldn't it? So it'd just be the 6 for the clean sheet. I'd probably be okay with that if they ended up with that. Fantasy Connection at this point, the most powerful chip for me this season will be all-out defence. What chip's that?
I don't think we've got an all-out defence in this game, have we? We got bonus points. We've got a bonus points chip, haven't we? Which is replaced the bench boost. Yeah,
I like that one. I'll pitcher with a corner. Go on, get an assist. Oh, I ain't going to get the assist now.
Give it to Jess.
Extra running away from Lucas Neal. There's his low cross.
Ooh. I'll take another assist from Jess to Hoekstra.
He's taking a corner, Jess. Doing well with these corners. He has got an assist. It's the popular 4.5 million mid playing centre back that's got the goal. Would they have played him tonight? Anyone that owns him is the big question. You'd like to think they'd play him against Watford. Oh, Gunnarsson.
Get in.
Same for Ian Jess. He's going to get taken off corners again. 2 corners.
Two corners from Jess. My striker. Berserk.
Adam English cheering, Alexander Reynolds cheering, and Aratravo. Maybe a few people have got. There's a goal there. I missed it. I was looking at the chat. Oh, it's Heskey. I was suggesting Southgate to a few people this week if they were looking at a defender. I think it's probably the time to get him now. May well be starting off with a clean sheet and some bonus points in half an hour.
Gunnarsson again. Bradford a bit like Stoke Light, really. Gunnarsson was at Stoke at the start of the ChampMan 01-02.
AD Tour, I think, has played Gunnarsson over Carboni the way it's standing.
Really? That's mental. Fair play, though.
Jess delivering more than his postman friends. Can you imagine if Jess ended up in the same team as Danny Johnson? That'd be a right one, wouldn't it? Postman and Jess together. Bo Hansen trying overhead kicks.
Oof.
Contender for goal of the month if that would have gone in.
It's interesting because there's 22 goals, quite a few goals actually, but seems to be quite a lot of big returns for people coming in, or maybe it's just
quite one for strikers, right? Shearer, Penn, one chop. There's not too much more, is there? From
Phillips,
strikers,
Phillips has got. I think it's because there's some of the Phillips, Good Johnson,
and the Villa boys both scored. Both the Villa boys, yeah. Still 23 minutes. Come on, Henry. At least have one shot. Give me the excitement of being through on goal, even if you're going to put it wide. Just give me the excitement of being through on goal.
Give it to Bo, yeah.
There's Imart.
Ooh.
And Lambo. I quite gladly have that 0-0. That's a big game for me, this Blackburn one. That's a big 0-0 if Blackburn can hang on to that.
Weatherall's
it could be a 9-pointer, couldn't it?
Getting his name mentioned, yeah.
I think. Is he up against Viduka? They've got 3 at the back, haven't they? It's a bit awkward to work out who's up against who, but he might be up against. I don't know. He's playing on Viduka's side. And obviously, Robbie Keane came on. They may have switched sides to strikers. We won't know, will we, if they did that?
FPL panics, but Hansen umbopping it all over the bar. Now, funnily enough, I was thinking about Mbop earlier on today, and this might be the cynic in me thinking, like, some of the people in that band are either in jail, dead, strung out on heroin, something like that. What's happened to Hansen?
Oh, almost 3 assists.
Anyone can tell me what's happened to the band of Hansen and who was in it? Because I'm sure they've come a cropper. So something bad's happened to 1 or 2 of them. It's just one of them things, isn't it?
Definitely throwing your accusations around tonight, Benno, aren't you?
Honestly, swear to God, Umbop was in my head earlier on today, and I don't know why. I don't
know why you ended up thinking of Umbop and then thinking that there's a load of criminals in Manson.
They've come a cropper. Because people, they get fame too young and all that shit, So let's have a look. Someone have a look. Please tell me.
Andy's saying Bradford might stay up. They might do a Blackpool from that Premier League season when they obviously was really good for about a third of the season, then gradually started to fall back. Maybe that could be the Bradford of this team. Here come Chelsea.
Give it to Carboni.
It's Petit to Zola this time.
Ooh.
FPL Cobbler in 2001, Hansen competed in season 5 of The Masked Singer as the Russian Dolls, being the first band to compete on the series. I quite like The Masked Singer. I know I watched the UK one. I've seen some people in some of the overseas ones as well. I've not seen Hansen on there as the Russian Dolls. I'll have to go catch up.
Really?
Yeah.
Controversies. Ooh.
Here come Bolton. He's in there again, Bo Hansen. He's very involved, isn't he, since he come on? Yeah, Elliot Landon. It could be like Brentford. Yeah, same sort of principle. Start quite well and end up tailing off. Brentford have done it. I say Blackpool got relegated doing it. I'll never forget that first day of the season. I think Marlon Harewood scored a hat-trick for Blackpool. They played Wigan or something, 1-4-0, 4-1. Colon for York for Man United there. Oh, no. Oh, Bergkamp.
He came on, didn't he?
Yeah, they just come
Fucking
on.
hell.
It lasted 10 minutes and then maybe Henry's going to get some bonus points then. He must be playing excessively well not to get taken off here.
Oh dear, there are some controversies revolving around Hansen. You want to check it out? Pro-gun memes, many of which were racist, transphobic, homophobic, and sexist. You're always going to find some shit. I thought some of them might be dead or in jail or some shit like that. You're always going to find some controversy around. You just feel like one of those kind of like weird, fucked up, young, I don't know, crazy Christian bands from America. Anyway, yeah. Good old Wikipedia. Check it out, Hansen.
Always a reliable source of information.
Yeah,
Gary Doherty's on.
Oh, here we go. Gary Doherty's on the pitch.
Few subs went through there. Bothroyd on for Joachim for Coventry, not that no one cares. And I think there was another sub that no one cared about either. Yeah, Bergkamp knackered after 5 minutes. Maybe he was doing a lot of pressing. Wasn't really his game, was it? Must have been doing a lot of pressing. I like that from David. Bo selected to come off the bench. Yeah, I like that one. How is Henry still on the pitch, Henry? I must have an average rating of like 9. I think we're going to get max bonus here, Henry owners.
Yeah. He's going to score the winner. He's going to score the winner in.
It needs to touch the ball. It needs to touch the ball first. 73 minutes without mentioning the comms.
That's Aaron Carter. He's a messed up kid. Is that someone from Hanson? That's the Smith. The guy who thought you were Craig. Who wondered if you were Craig Benno.
I don't mean to grass him up at his first season, but yeah, I was talking to him on Discord for about half an hour, and then he didn't realise who I was. And basically asked me if I knew myself, which I obviously did. So that was quite a comical moment when that became clear. Fantasy Connection's got it worked out. Arsenal got Europe this week, so Bergkamp's got to start driving now.
Very good, yeah.
Hansen, the first band to present American Homes Under the Hammer, a trailer park auction US TV show.
Really?
But people could be making up any old toilet on the chat now. We wouldn't know if it's fact or fiction, right?
I checked Hansen on Wiki and it showed Bo Hansen's failed bicycle kick. Lovely.
This period of the game always feels very dead in ChampMan. I think every week, sort of 70 to 80 minutes.
Well, you know.
Oh, yeah, Peter Crouch is involved.
Crouch?
He's at the upright.
You know, we're enlightening people about, you know, chocolates that are in celebration boxes and shit, and you know,
this game
Hansen being fucked up and stuff. You know, it's all good. It's all good content. This people look back at this in years to come and go, "Fucking hell, these guys were good." You know, talking about how Twixes are good in fucking celebration boxes and that. You know, it's all good. It's all good stuff, Craig. Quality stuff.
Quality stuff on Quality Street. Yeah. Yeah, David said that was bollocks about Hansen. I thought it might be the American owns Under the Hammer. I thought it might be. I think you was gullible for a sec there, Benno. I think you
well
go for that.
I'm relying on the chat to get to inform me of what's going on in the world. It's where I keep my finger on the pulse.
Yeah, sorry, the Smiths. He was on wildcard this week, and I managed to convince him to get Arca in. What's Phillips done?
Go on, if Phillips gets sent off here, that'd be nuts. Oh my God!
Who's head-butted who there? Is that a Ryderson?
Oh.
Shocker. Might be more moments for Gary Doherty. He might get a few games now at least.
Yeah, true. In the back. Great.
Phillips, right centre forward against no left centre back now. Could he get another one? Yeah, so the Smiths, I managed to convince him to get Arca in on his wild card, and he's got injured 20 minutes into the first week of it.
Hansen should have known you don't win anything with kids except record contracts. That's good. That's very good.
Ride us off. Thank you, David. Yep. Nice to see someone in the chat. keeping those going. Herman turned into a monster. Did they go around headbutting people? Did they? Monsters? Not from any of the episodes I remember. They didn't headbutt everyone, but fair enough. Prime's a done. That's a bit better. Yeah.
Oh, Tiato's disappointed.
I'm just waiting to see Heriderson pick up some bonus points for conceding 3 and getting sent off. I'm not writing it off. He'll get a bonus point in this game. Heriderson.
Is Hopkins Andy's man as well? Hopkins has come on.
He has. So he's got both of his non-starters.
He's got some cameo, 1 point cameos coming on.
I'm trying to think who he said he had on the bench. I think he said he had Ekiog first half. It's not like he's Jamie Carragher. Southgate clean sheet wipeout.
Yeah, I would not have thought this. That's,
This is standard Liverpool, isn't it, from season 2? This never 1-0 away win.
Yeah.
Carragher's going to be in team of the week. Hadji's gone off, by the way, there. That's 2 points for him, I think.
Yeah, disappointing.
For Stone. Yeah, Carragher in team of the week here. Any other defenders got any attacking returns apart from Tarico? He's obviously let in 3. Anyone with a clean sheet in attacking returns? Just Carragher?
No, just Carragher.
So yeah, on to be the highest scoring defender at the moment. And Hippier, people might still have him. I don't know why really, but they might.
Yeah, I mean, he was such a big nailed-on player last season, wasn't he? I think I had him lots of the time on pens and stuff like that, but Liverpool just a bit shit, aren't they, in this?
There was a Man City sub, Darren. Hopkins came on. I didn't see, if I'm being honest, who went off. Oh, Tiato went off. Yeah, Tiato went off.
Yeah.
Here comes Blackburn again. Free kick. And it's mismatched there. Crouch against Limar. Oh. Here we go. Ronald de Boer back. Oh, Burton O'Brien scoring. This will be fun. Ooh. I sold him this week for picture.
I've still got him. He's going to be an issue going forward, but
that's why I just decided to get rid of him now.
Yeah.
He scored. He just scored. Oh, sold him for picture. Of course I did.
Scored with the Thunder bastard. Yeah, he's first on my bench.
Anyone I sell scores, don't they? Christie last week. Now it's Burton O'Brien. Anyone I sell scores. Ian Hart, 2 points again coming. There goes that clean sheet. You give him one more week of hope and nothing really happens. Sean Davis. Ooh. Secretly doing all right, Ian Walker. So you wouldn't own him for 5 million because you wouldn't trust Leicester, but they're not bad at the moment. I massively considered Matt Elliott on my wild card, thinking that they run of home games, he could be quite good for that run. I didn't get him, but I don't know if anyone did get someone like Matt Elliott, but I'm pretty sure he's probably done fairly well lately. AD Tour being a bit premature, big win for Blackburn. There's still 10 minutes to go yet.
Yeah, Leeds traditionally late goal scorers in this game, aren't they?
Something big's going to happen. Shearer's going to score again, isn't he?
There's going to be a couple of big goals, surely.
He'll score. He's not been involved in the comms enough, really. Oh, Tottenham down to 10 men. The left back's gone.
That did look soft.
That's unfortunate, really, because Hadji just went off. Who would have been playing now up against no left back? Oh, and Angel with a free kick.
Is that an assist for Hendry then?
Oh, it might be. Absolute carnage at Villa Park. There's the 3-1 we called Benno.
Nice. Is that the only one we got right though?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking get in. 8 returns. Come on.
Injury assist. Go on, pitcher. Can you score a free kick? Oh. Good news for pitcher though. He does seem to be on all the set pieces here. 4.5 million. What more do you want from a 4.5 million midfielder who takes all the set pieces? You're always in with a shot of something, aren't you? If you have to play him.
That's it.
Ramanathan with Angel vice captain. Yeah, that's a decent haul there. On for about a 10-pointer, I think, isn't he? Angel here. Stephen
Well, he's
Hamilton.
got 2 goals, hasn't he? It's more like a 12-pointer, isn't it?
Well, he's on 10 for the 2 goals and appearances, 10.
Yeah.
You assume he's going to get some
He's
bonus.
going to get 2, isn't he, or more. He's going to be on 12, isn't he?
So, yeah, a few vice captains there. Stephen Hamilton and Ramanathan.
Nice.
Fair play, guys. Ipswich to change goalkeeper for the last 9 minutes, as you do. 3-1 down. He's just made a save, pulling.
Yeah.
And taking him off.
Angel Delight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Angel
Funny
Delight.
as we're talking about it as well. Injury at Old Trafford. Who's this? Is it Ruud? Right before the big run. Oh.
Fair play. Well,
that'd have been quite funny if it's Ruud right before the good run. You imagine if he gets injured for 6 weeks now, right before those pitches. That's not Hadji. You know, he's not going to get anything. He's gone off, mate. FPL Trinity. So if you expect him returns off Hadji, you're not going to get any this week.
That's it.
He got off. Aish Viduka return when? We've barely seen his name in the comms for 82 minutes, so I'm not hopeful for anything from Viduka, to be honest. Yeah, they went to Highbury for a Roque Jr. injury. That's what they went to Highbury for. Yeah, Viduka return next week's probably quite likely. They're at home to... I can't think of who it is. Leeds. Marcus Bent. Ooh. There's a few chances tonight, Marcus Bent.
Crouch.
Rebound.
Let's have a look then. Fixtures.
Yeah, Leeds are good.
Leeds have got Villa at home, so that's a good game.
And Man United have got Bradford. I'm going to call it early. I wouldn't be surprised if Leeds win by more than Man United next week.
Yeah.
Leeds at home to Villa, I think, is a game you could score. Villa, Tottenham, Sunderland, these sort of teams, I think you can regularly see like 4 goals scored against them.
Yeah. They'll be ultra defensive, won't they? Villa, which means you wouldn't expect quite a high volume of chances.
Yeah, I'm going to...
Yeah.
Will I be brave enough to captain Viduka over Ruud next week? I don't know. I think I might be, you know.
I'm not sure I'm going to be doing that. I think... yeah, I think it's got to be Ruud next week. It's got to be Ruud if you can get to him. It's just not worth taking the risk. He's due a big haul, isn't he?
Will United rep against Blackburn? They're no more likely to do it than pretty much because they're the highest rep team in the game. Basically, they're capable of repping at home to anyone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Bradford are no more of a risk than the other team.
Yeah. It'll happen once, twice in a season.
I reckon you probably 3 of Man United home games a year might be rep probably.
Yeah.
Do we have one already?
And even then, Ruud still might play. It might be another player that doesn't play. I just think you just go Ruud. I mean, if you have got the vice captainship, so maybe you can go Viduka cap, Ruud vice cap, and just see if you can edge 8 or 9 points by doing that. But
I just think Leeds are more likely to score 4 or 5 than Man United. Obviously, Man United might win 2-0 and Van Nistelooy gets both of them. He's more of a talisman, isn't he, than what Viduka is?
Yeah.
So there's that to bear in mind. But I don't think it's maybe as obvious as most people might see it to be next week. I think a lot of people just naturally have Van Nistelrooy as captain. But yeah, I think targeting Villa is not a bad strategy. What is probably worth saying, just because Bradford have had a knack so far of keeping things tight in pretty much all their games, I don't think that factors into it at all that they've got Man United, does it?
No.
Not to me, anyway.
What is repping first season playing this? So all the teams have got a reputation level. So United's at 20, like it's biggest in the game, or certainly biggest in the Premier League. And they have a reputation level. So as you go through the teams, I think like Arsenal might be at 16, 17, right down to Norwich, who've like got a reputation level of about 11 out of 20. And what it means is if a team with a high rep plays a team with a low team at home, the AI might decide that it's an easy game and therefore they might rotate some of the players. So that's kind of it in a nutshell, Ben Graham, what can happen. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen from time to time.
So imagine in the Premier League, if Man City are going to rotate players, they're going to pick the home game with your Bradfords and the home games with your Norwiches and stuff, because they're perceived to be the easier games. And the way the game perceives easier games is by the reputation of the team. It doesn't always ring true, because Middlesbrough have actually got quite a low reputation in this game, despite being quite good.
Yeah.
But
it has to be said that it's it can either be one player, two players, a few players, or the whole team. So it's not always the case that it happens. So, for instance, Newcastle against Norwich, in my sims, the Shearer didn't play, and there has been a bit of rep in this game, we reckon, because the midfield it's changed quite a lot, isn't it? It's clearly been a bit of rep in that game.
Yeah, tonight there has been. Zenden just went off for Gronkia.
But it didn't affect Shearer or some of the assets that people have. So it's nothing to make drastic decisions around, but it just can happen.
And it's nothing you can prepare for in your transfers unless we get a leak. Sometimes the leak is quite good at reading between the lines of team sheets.
The only thing you can do is get some poppers in, sniff them, and just be prepared for it on a Thursday night. You know, it can happen.
And then Captain Robbie Fowler. Is that what you're saying, Benno? Yeah,
yeah, that's it. It will happen at some point. You will lose your rep virginity.
Viduka, Ian Hart's took the free kick off Viduka, and another good save from Lambo. Had a good game today. He might be on for some bonus points, you would think. He's definitely on for a couple of save points, Lambo. Few candidates here for a Team of the Week goalkeeper. He's definitely one of them.
Yeah.
He probably is going to be the Team of the Week keeper, you'd think. I think he's made the most saves of all the teams on the clean sheet. So, yeah, he's probably going to be in Team of the Week.
Nice. Right then, where's the last goal coming from then, guys? Last big goal of the night.
I'm saying no more. I'm going to be boring and say no more.
You're going to say no more? I'm going to go Henry. I think Henry's going to score the winner.
Don't. Why are you doing this to me, Benno? Why are you doing this?
I just think you
absolutely no. I wouldn't mind seeing his name in the comms once. Would be quite nice after 89 minutes.
Go on, Jess. Oh.
The captain could at least put in the comms that he stood there picking his nose or something, just so his name's in the comms.
Henry winner and post-match poppers, yeah, man. What it's all about.
Someone's on off with a pulled hamstring. Who was that? Chelsea player with no more subs. Oh, we've got to get a clean sheet wipe out. Go on, Everton against 10 men. We've got a minute.
Oh, no, please not. That'd be shit.
I don't know who it was who went off there. Someone with a dodgy hamstring.
He's just tapped that in, hasn't he? He's just tapped that in. Fair play.
Love that.
Who went off? Captain?
Yeah, someone in the chat tell us a Chelsea player. Something Arsenal.
To Highbury.
Oh, Babayaro, I think. Clean sheet locked in for Babayaro. Not Van Nistelooy. No way.
Yeah, it's happening. Ooh.
Good. Is that a good game, Ben Bronkhurst? We get these mismatches, right? It doesn't always pan out.
Babayaro's pulled his hammy.
He's got the clean sheet locked in.
He's got the clean sheet, but it's fucked me over. I'm going to have to go Bernard, aren't I, next week?
No, you don't want him after this week. His race is run after this game, isn't it, Bernard?
Well, who knows? He still played, didn't he?
You get Southgate in, wouldn't you, from next week?
I'll have to have a look at it.
I'd imagine it'll be this logical move. Downgrade, save to 0.5. Get Southgate in for the longer haul. Unless you fancy Gardner. Gardner's one's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how highly owned he is.
Gardner.
Oh, massive goal for Andy Martin. He's got Pedersen and Gardner on his wild card. One's just assisted the other one.
He needed a bit of luck after that shit show.
Yeah, that's. I think that's a goal and assist for Andy in the 92nd minute.
Nice. That's it. Game over. Well.
How much damage has been done by not doing Henry to Shearer? Obviously a touch, but I don't think it's horrendous. It's not as bad as it could have been.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a massive haul, is it? Let's face it. It's a goal. That's it.
This is what I thought. Shearer would probably get about 8 points tonight. Was my expectation. A goal and some bonus points. So he's probably going to get that. I was just hoping Henry could get a return and get within 4 points of him. Obviously, that part of it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
But it could have been a lot worse.
Scores then: Arsenal 1, Man United 1, Aston Villa 3, Spurs 1. So we got that nailed. Blackburn 1, Leeds 0. Did not expect that.
I said 1-0 to someone, didn't I?
I think I expected more goals. Bradford 2, Watford 1. Everton 0, Chelsea 2. Ipswich 1, Sunderland 3 with a hat trick for Phillips. No, I did not expect that. Leicester 3, Bolton 1. I think I pretty much thought that was going to happen. City 2, Coventry 0. I think I said that too.
Yeah, fairly predictable result. I think that one.
Middlesbrough losing at home to Liverpool is a bit of a turn up, given the fact that Middlesbrough is so good on this sim. And then Newcastle 3, Norwich 0, which is pretty much what we said it would be as well.
Good night for the Shearer captain, Bernard vice captain double up. I think. I know Bernard playing left back, but you got your clean sheet, which I think was number one what he was hoping for from him.
That's it. I mean, he could easily be a 25 plus pointer for people that did that, which is not bad at all, is it?
And say Chelsea and Liverpool are two teams that have a knack of keeping things tight away. Have both won with a clean sheet in away games.
Yeah.
Neither of those are easy away games on paper. Everton and Middlesbrough. So is it a turnaround for those two teams on what we tended to expect in season 2? So they're more trustworthy than most in away games normally, Chelsea and Liverpool, and they've delivered with that mindset tonight.
Yeah.
I'll leave you in charge of notifying the teams of anything that comes in, Ben. I don't always get the updates as quick as you, I don't think. For
leaving me in charge? Fucking hell. Right, let me have a look.
8 attacking returns for FPL graphics. Yeah, that's a good haul.
Here we go. First one's come in. Arsenal 1, Man United 1. Nedved, max bonus 3. 2 for Lauren, Van Bronckhorst, Campbell and Varane. So a measly 2-pointer for Henry, unfortunately.
As I expected. I'm not surprised. Not surprised.
So I'm going to keep.
He's going next week after about 6 weeks of complete failure. So I'm just grateful that the popular captains didn't run riot. So,
no one really ran riot, did they? Yeah, the bonus points are on the screen as Captain just said. Actually, Craig, if you want to see them. So,
I've got it on there. Yep.
Yeah.
It comes through a bit quicker on Twitter, doesn't it? Sometimes. Yeah, it's in Villa 3, Tottenham 1. 1 save point for Sereni. Max bonus for Lee Hendry. Good.
Get in.
2 assists and is it as well?
Yeah, 2 assists and a max bonus.
And quite a lot of 2 bonus points here. Mills, Melberg, Barry, Taylor, Angel, and Dublin, all from Villa. And then Chris Armstrong got himself 2 bonus points as well for scoring after 20 seconds of coming on. So yeah, Hendry, that's a big haul really there. Is that man of the match 2 weeks running as well?
I think it is.
He's 3 weeks. It was 3. It was the Watford game, wasn't it? It wasn't last week.
He's such good value in this. Any home game, Hendry can. He's a decent player, and he's cheap enough that you can bench him. Really, I think.
It's a good price at 6 minutes. It's quite an awkward price point to maybe fit in. I can't really fit it into my team, but yeah, he's pretty steady, Lee Hendry.
Here we go. Next one's come through. He says.
Oh yeah, Blackburn Leeds is in. 1 save point for Lambropoulos, 2 for Robinson. Damien Duff, man of the match, 3 bonus points. Then 2 bonus points for Lambropoulos, so that's a 9-pointer for him. Good haul.
Nice.
If anyone that still held him from wildcard last week, or if they had him from last week. Also 2 bonus points for Martin Taylor, John Curtis, Marcus Bent, Ronald De Boer, Burton O'Brien, Paul Robinson, Lee Bowyer, Rio Ferdinand, Jonathan Woodgate, Ian Hart all got 2 bonus. Everyone
there you go. That's immense. So anyone thinking about the way bonus points play out in this game, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 11 players. That's a whole team's worth of an extra 2 points.
Everyone except David Weatherall, basically, Benno. So somehow got 3 key headers, which is more than anyone else, but didn't get any bonus points.
Yeah.
This game hates me for bonus points sometimes.
Okay, next one. Here we go.
So, Bradford 2, Watford 1. 1 save point each for the 2 goalkeepers. Gunnarsson, man of the match, to go with his goal. So anyone that did have him, that's a big haul for him. And then 2 bonus points for Walsh, Brooms, Jess, and a extra for Bradford.
Nice.
And Tommy Smith and Noel Williams for Watford. Decent haul for Hextra as my vice captain. That's pretty steady.
That is good, yeah. Jess as well with his 2 corner assists. Did not expect that. That's not why I got him in, but fucking hell, I'll take it.
Yeah, steady. I thought this was a good 2 game weeks for him. He scored last week and he's got 2 assists and some bonus tonight. So he was a good pick over the 2 good games.
Nice vice captain to have. I'm happy with that. So similar to yours, I guess. Got 15 points out of Jess.
Yeah. There. I think it just goes to show any striker, if the fixtures are good, are worth it. So Bradford weren't scoring any goals.
Here we go, Chelsea. Big hauls coming in here.
Yeah. So 1 save point each again for the 2 keepers, Elefropoulos and Kudachini. Carboni, max bonus to go with his assists. Here's what we come to expect from Chelsea. Away game, clean sheet, 2 bonus points each for Babayaro, Terry and Desai. That's why you have them.
Yeah.
And then I had a good Johnson also with 2 bonus points. So, yeah, this is what you get from Chelsea. So many 8 and 9 pointers over a season. Clean sheets and bonus. Aren't you?
Good stuff.
A bit gutted. I sold Terry for Weatherall now. I suppose that didn't punish me too badly yet because got a clean sheet tonight. Just basically hoping Alan Shearer only gets like 1 bonus point. Carl Court did more than him. Carl Court deserves more bonus points than Alan Shearer.
No, man. Boring man Shearer is going to be there with his 3 bonus.
I'll give you a test here, Ben. Who do you think got man of the match in the Ipswich Sunderland game?
It's fine. It's got to be Phillips, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right, Benno. 1 save point for Pullen and Poom. More bonus points for you. Tarico, 2 bonus points. With Fotheringham and McCann, also 2 bonus points. You're on for a big score here.
So what's that then? That's 1 point for Tarico plus his 3 and then his goal. That's 9 points in it, yeah?
Having conceded 3.
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah, it's a good haul for conceded 3 goals.
It's very good.
All your those sort of value players we view as value players have all delivered for you in the same week here. Tarico's one, steady player that can pick up points sporadically. Hendry's one. I know Bowyer hasn't tonight, but you've got returns pretty much of all of them at the same time here, haven't you?
Yeah. It's been a good night, to be fair. Cannot complain at all.
Do you reckon you caught Luke up yet with this haul?
I think the points that I've got this week might have put me level with him, but then he's got all this. he's got his 150 points that he's got this week to add to his score.
Leicester Bolton in, save point each again. Walker and Yaskalainen and Trevor Benjamin, goal assist and max bonus. I hope Heskebo got him in. I'm not sure if he did, but that's a big return for Benjamin if he went there. Matt Elliott, 2 bonus points. So he's good for 5 million when the games are good. And then quite a lot of people with 1 bonus point. Delaney, Edie, Sherman from Leicester. And then Pitts, Wally, Shimaka, Pedersen, Gardner, all with 1 bonus for Bolton.
Yeah.
I've not been looking for... I don't know if you've been paying attention to any of the actual match stats, but I don't know if anyone's had like 9 shots or something in the game. I'm having to do it on my phone, so I can't really see...
No, I've not looked at it, to be fair.
I'm sure there's some interesting things in the actual game attributes. 2 bonus points for One Chop. Love that. So 2-0 Man City. 1 save point for Headman. It's the Tardo that's got the man of the match. Good haul for him there. Clean sheet and max bonus. 4.5 million defender. One to consider you might have overlooked, Hurtado. He's the one that was a bit like One Chop, I think, was orange flagged, wasn't he? And somehow made it, and he's got himself a 9-pointer. Then McNamara, One Chop, Huckabee, Scott Walker again for Coventry with bonus points. I think he came up in a pod the other week I did with Luke. He's a defender that's really good for bonus points. He's nabbed another 2 here despite Coventry losing 2-0.
Nice.
So people won't get him because of Headman. You ain't going to want that double up. But I think he's proven himself to be good value at 4.5, Walker. I hope David's got him in his 4.5 team. I'm not sure he has, to be fair, but he should have. And then Middlesbrough, Liverpool, the save point each again. It's common tonight. Both goalkeepers in a lot of games.
Yeah.
Save point. Brad Jones and Kirkland. Peter Atherton, another man of the match. He's throwing himself into the mix, I think, as a defender to consider. 5 million.
Yeah, very good.
Then Fester and Southgate, 2 bonus points. Probably what you would expect from Southampton centre-backs.
Chelsea light, aren't they? Middlesbrough centre-backs.
Yeah. And say Atherton at right-back, he's probably doing even better. I think Luke said before he's got high aggression and determination and stuff, I think. So he tends to get stuck in.
Yeah.
So that's helping. And then for Liverpool, 2 bonus points for Kirkland, Hippier, Gerrard. So Kirkland's had a good night as well. That's a 9-pointer for him. He's been spoken about a bit as a goalkeeper to have on a wild card, isn't he?
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
If they're going to start picking better defences now, he will be a good pick at 5 million, Kirkland. I've got no doubt about it. Maybe don't expect bonus points off him. Here's your big moment. Shearer has got 2 bonus points. So that's the 8-pointer locked in for Shearer.
Yeah.
Neil Maddison, man of the match. In that game, no save points and 2 bonus points then for Shearer, Court and Given.
Well,
so 8 double to 16. So yeah, big 12-point swing on me personally. Shearer over Henry.
Yeah, well, I've ended up on 88 points there, I think. So very good night.
Andy Martin wants One Chop to have a medal for 90 minutes with a stub toe. I don't know what Hurtado had done, but he got 90 minutes as well. I don't know what his injury was. Yeah, Atherton. There's a few 5 million defenders are looking quite interesting now. So you've got Tarico in there. You've got Atherton in there. You've got there's another one I was looking at for 5 million. I say Weatherall's in there. I'm not saying he's quite as good, but he's not bad either.
He's a good price coming.
Yeah, so Lambropoulos in goal, 9 points. Carragher 12, Hurtado 9, Tarico 9. The 3 defenders. Hendry 11, Nedved 10, Maddison 12, Carboni 12. And then player of the week, Phillips obviously with 17, and Gel and Gudjonsson 12 each.
Nice.
You've got 3 in there, right? Tarico, Hendry and Carboni for you.
That's it, yeah. Not bad at all. Happy days.
You've had a good night. I think I'm hoping that I might be around the middle. If I can not lose rank, I'll be quite happy this week. But I think I probably dropped a bit with no Shearer. But we shall see. But I don't think it's the end of the world for me this week. I've done not too bad. Not too bad.
Well, Shearer's been the overwhelming captain, and he's not in the team of the week. You know, he's picked up an 8-pointer. It's not going to kill you, is it?
No.
Cool.
I think that's it for another week.
It certainly is.
Another week of ChampMan done. What are we now? Pretty much a quarter of the way through the season, give or take.
Lovely stuff.
Good stuff. Thank you, mate. I hope
we'll see you soon, guys. See you later. Keep eating those celebrations.
I won't. I own Thierry Henry.
Yeah. Fuck off Thierry Henry next week, yeah.
Nothing to celebrate. No.